set to, of course, take on the Kindersley Klippers. A big weekend I've been anticipating for a while. These Kindersley Klippers 6-3-1 in their last 10 games. Did lose at Melfort on Wednesday, but then again, everybody seems to lose at the Northern Lights Palace this year. The Flin Flon Bombers fresh off back-to-back wins against the Humboldt Broncos. Unbeaten now in 19 regulation games. This should be a really good test for Flin Flon this weekend. Of course, lots of things going on. Mason Buchart, the big piece that Kindersley picked up for the Orange Ice Wolves. DK, former Flin Flon Bomber, Dawson Carroll, 18 goals. Back in the Whitney Ford, Mike Slip. Should be a fun weekend. I'll tell you what, you and I talked about this before we went to air. This Kindersley Clipper team could be one of the teams to watch the second half.
Yeah, they're going to be scary, Rob. Dawson Carroll's going to be hungry tonight, so he's one to watch. Buchart, unbelievable. This Kindersley Clipper team is a lot better than they were a year ago.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be fun to watch this one.
It certainly will be. We're going to get ready here for the national anthem. And, of course, get ready for puck drop coming up here momentarily. It'll be the third and fourth meeting. Of course, these two teams did play in Kindersley back in the middle of November. Kind of the turning point of the year for Flin Flon. Tonight we'll get our first look at least here at the Whitney Forum. Liam Hunks, of course, the big player the Bombers picked up from Notre Dame. They wanted that big prize defenseman. They got him. Hunks leads the league in goals for defenseman with 9, and paid dividends right away. Got that big power play goal against the Broncos last Saturday, the 5-on-3 goal, and going to be a fun player to watch.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch Mr. Hunks. I haven't seen him play, so it's going to be interesting to see. He's a big man. I see him out on the ice, teamed up with Cole Tanchuk.
So we're just about set to get rolling here. Like we mentioned, it'll be the third and fourth meetings. Flin Flon, those two big victories in Kindersley back in November. Way back on November the 15th and 16th, Flin Flon took the first game 3-1, and of course the big overtime victory. 4-3, Carter Anderson, the beautiful breakaway goal. Remember that?
I do remember that. See Dawson Carroll on the ice. He's already jabbing at players.
Bombers will start things off with the puck inside their own zone. Klippers work it back to Demo at the blue line. His shot got partially blocked by Piccinino. This is picked up here by Ringer. 8th in league scoring coming in. Boy, what a terrific all-around player he is as he'll dump it in. That's picked up here by the Clipper D-man Demo, and Klippers will move it ahead. Bombers, though, able to knock that one down. They'll keep it in. Good work here by Piccinino. Semp in the corner, try to come back out front. That's knocked away back of the goal. Ringer out of his reach. There's Dawson Carroll. His backhand pass got intercepted, but then they'll lift it back to center. Luke Lepper for Flin Flon inside his own zone. Plays that one back here. Grabbed and sent inside the zone by Semp, and that's picked up back of the goal here by the big Kindersley D-man Hilbig. Hilbig seems like he's been in Kindersley forever.
Yeah. There was two of them
at
one time.
Wrapped around the boards. That's intercepted blue line. A steal here by Ryder Bucha. Bucha cutting it. Bucha to the front of the net. Can't get it to go. Right pad save made here. Cody Jamin getting the call tonight. We'll look at the goalie's numbers momentarily. Here's Buchart. Seems like he was literally just here with Laurent, of course, just a few weeks ago. Throws that in front of the net. Grabbed quickly by Matthew Keeper, and he'll smother it. Cody Jamin does get the call here tonight. He's not bad, actually, on the year. 5-4-1. He's got a shutout. A goals against the 3.24 save percentage of .864. He'll want that to get better. Matthew Keeper still unbeaten in regulation this year. 12-0-0-1. Goals against a 2.05 and the best save percentage in the SJHL at .936. Should be a great goaltending battle. Looking forward to seeing O'Halloran, of course, between the pipes tomorrow. Phillips will get the pass to the blue line. He'll rip that deep in the Flin Flon zone. Muka, who had that chance moments ago. And, of course, the game-winning goal against the Humboldt Broncos on Sunday afternoon. Throws that in. There's Smith picking it up for the Clippers. Got it ahead to Buchart. Buchart can't knock it down. Puck will roll back in the Clippers zone. Muka back that throws it out front. Puck is bouncing. Held in here by Lees. Right point. There's Marston's shot. Hit Muka in front. It rolls actually into the blue paint, and a good job that time by Jamin to pick it up, who lost sight of it after it hit Lees.
Yeah, he nearly rode that puck into the net. Rod, the last game, or a game or two ago, you were asking about keeper not having a water bottle on his net. I'm going to tell you that story after.
Oh, you did some homework here. Chris Bordas kind of woke up the Giant, did he?
Yeah.
Joey Lees wins the faceoff inside the Clippers zone. Flin Flon will dump it in deep. Picked up here once again by Demo, who's playing a lot here in the early going. Can't handle the puck. Picked up by Lees. A backhand pass out front for Arbery. Knocked away from him. Arbery also big goal against Humboldt last week. And there's a steal by Leo Seitz back in uniform tonight. He'll fire that on target, and Cody Jamin already been tested 3 times on the shot clock. 3-0 Flin Flon here early in the opening period.
So Matthew Keeper, I had a talk with him. I said, we're wondering why you don't have that water bottle like most goalies. And he said his very first game in goal, somebody shot, scored, blew the water bottle up. He said, that's enough. I don't want to see that again. And that was way back when he first started goaltending. So that's why he doesn't have a water bottle.
Lees winds up against Oslo. A pass out front. The puck off the side. The Clipper net. They avoid destruction there and get the puck quickly to center. That's picked up here by Perlinger. He'll dump it in. Turner tried to get free. Turner actually beats his guy to the puck. Turner back of the net. He's got it. Bounced at the blue line. Puck comes fired on target. It went off keeper's mitt. He wasn't sure where it was. Loose puck picked up by Lees to Bomber's side of center. Feeds that back to Leo Seitz. He'll get it there offside. And they'll blow that down with 17:29 remaining here in the opening period. Shot 3-0 early by the Bombers, like we mentioned. And they've been around that Clipper net quite a bit here in the first 2.5 minutes to start the game, as we'll get the face-off outside the Clipper blue line. Stitton lining up here against Wheeler, wins the draw, right back to Liam Hunks. He'll play that one back to Tanchuk. He'll rip it inside Kindersley territory. Jamin stopped that. Hilbig around the boards where it's picked up this time. And the Clippers get something going at center ice as they bring it across the Bomber line. There's a shot from an off angle, that time off the left pad. Rebound, that just fired wide that time by Cunningham. Clippers keep it in. Puck rolls back at it, that's Cunningham. Blue line. Sent in on target once again, that time by Dennis. Kicked away, nice stick save by the Bomber netminder keeper. Flin Flon tried to get back on top of it. Hilbig will intercept. Hilbig's got it in his blue line. Feeds that one back inside the zone that time to Dennis, and now the Clippers will dump it back down the ice. Picked up back of the goal that time by Tanchuk around the boards. Rhett Ewan waited for it, but he'll let Hunks take it. That got intercepted. Christian tried to jump on top of it. Picked up by Dawson Carroll. He'll dump it back in, but Flin Flon back on top of it. Cole Tanchuk. Look at the pass to Stitton. Can't pick it up. Intercepted by Christian. Christian has Carroll. Gets it back to Carroll. Can't shoot the puck. Comes right back out front. And Christian can't get the shot away. Flin Flon will clear it out. This is forces Phillips back inside his own zone. There's a quick pass to Christian at center. Nice move there. Christian across the Bomber line. Dropped it back. Dawson Carroll a chance. Ripped that over top of the net. And that's the one thing you talk about is 18 goals this year. I think he might have a little bit of a better shot than people thought. A lot more opportunity. Kindersley plays the power play, gets first line, second line minutes, and the guy is not disappointed, but very, very good shot.
I think that's what Dawson Carroll needed was ice time.
Absolutely. Here's Hunks, the quick stretch pass. Ringer's got a step. Ringer cutting towards the front of the net. Stop. Demo played him perfectly. He'll play it ahead. That's grabbed here by Buchart. Back to Anderson. Here comes the 2 high-flying forwards. Top 2 scorers for the Clippers, and the former Ice Wolf Buchart, and of course Zachary Anderson having a terrific year here with Kindersley, leading his team in scoring. Anderson knocked it down, gets a chance, ripped out over top of the net. Good opportunity there. Just missing. Traffic in front. I'm not sure if keeper saw it all the way, but he moved pretty good on it. Here's Piccinino back the other way. Across the line. Intercepted and flipped back down the ice that time by Hilbig. Flin Flon played it back to Semp at center. He'll poke it in. Demo will go back to get the puck. 15:08 to go, opening period. Good pace again tonight. There's the pass. Sautner tied up. And there's a chance now for Cormier. Cormier breaking up the middle. Pass out front. Gruder can't get to it. There's an opportunity for Muka, but it gets blocked. Tanchuk's chance. Kicked away by Jamin. Boy, Ryder Muka just seems to get better each and every single game we see him play. Here's Sautner back of the net. Bounce pass. Picked up here by Perlinger. He takes a good hit, but he'll get the puck back in the Flin Flon zone. Dostal racing down the ice, but the Bombers knock it away from him. Puck played to center. Intercepted this time by Cunningham. He'll dump it back in. Flin Flon gets it outside the zone. Here's the stretch pass for Cormier, who's actually from Kindersley. He'll pick it up and flip that one back in the Clippers zone. Smith is back there to get it. Had to be careful on it. Moved it ahead to Demo. Demo. Stretch pass. That's picked up here by the Clippers. They walk in. A chance. Kicked out again. Great opportunity that time by Cunningham. Here comes Leo Seitz the other way with Lees. Lees back to Seitz. Backhander off a skate. Back to Lees in the corner. Back of the goal it goes. This is Seitz. Out front. It goes through the crease just wide. Picked up by Johnson, and he'll lift the puck to blue line, but that's held in here by Tanchuk. Rips that shot wide. Seitz will get it back. Seitz in the corner for Lees. Flin Flon trying to get something going down low. Puck skips away. Picked up by Cunningham. He'll lift it off the boards. It'll come back to Reed Arbery, the Bombers' side of center. Played it back to Tanchuk. Here's the pass to Hunks. Hunks up the middle. A good pass to Lees. Lees hangs on. Nice pass off front. Back in. They score! Reed Arbery on a terrific setup. Boy, what a tremendous pass there by Joey Lees. You saw him, he had the puck on his stick. He's thinking, do I shoot this? Give the guy credit, he got the look. He saw Arbery. A terrific pass there for Arbery's 5th of the year, but what a play by Joey Lees. And earlier tonight, Mike, I mentioned it seems like Ryder Muka's getting better every game. Yeah. How about Joey Lees the last 10 games?
Yeah, absolutely. And what a nice pass to start that from Liam Hunks.
So Arbery will get his 5th of the season. Like I said, he got a big goal against the Broncos last Sunday. Tremendous setup by Joey Lees. And the Bombers are on the board here, 1-0 here early in the opening period. They're after it again. Rhett Ewan will rip that one wide. Bounces in front of the Clipper net, grabbed here by the goaltender, Jamin. And Hunks does get a second assist on that one. So at the 6:32 mark of the opening period, it's Arbery's 5th from Lees and Hunks, but what a tremendous pass by Joey Lees.
Yeah, it was a great play all the way down the ice, but Joey Lees, here it is here. He sort of dragged it and waited and found Reed Arbery. It was a real nice, patient play by Joey Lees.
Christian to take the face-off against Stinton inside the Clippers zone to the right of the netminder, Cody Jamin, who certainly couldn't be faulted for that early goal. Bombers have really been buzzing around that net. There's another steal by Stinton. He'll keep it in. In the corner, picked up here by Ewan. Works it back to blue line. There's a chance fired by the defenseman, and that got blocked in front. That was Holmes. Back in uniform this weekend. I don't believe he played against Humboldt on the weekend. I'm pretty sure that he didn't. Anyway, he's back in there tonight. Hillbig picks up the puck for the Clippers inside his own zone. They'll move that one ahead to center. They're looking for Dawson Carroll. Broken up here by Holmes, and the puck will roll back to Ryder Ringer in his own zone. Played the pass ahead. Piccinino's got it. Demo, though, on top of him. They'll tie up in the corner. Puck picked up back of the goal here by Christian. Christian along the wall. That's grabbed here and played ahead. They're looking for Buchard at center, but that's broken up. This will force the defenseman Herchuk back in his own zone. Herchuk's got it. Off the boards. Picked up here by Buchard, but knocked away right away. Piccinino tries to get going. Piccinino against Christian, throws it in. Jamin will make the save, and he'll hang on with 12:07 remaining here in this opening period. The shot 6-4, and again the official on the opening goal. Reed Arbery's 5th of the year. It's a nice saucer pass from Joey Lees. He picks it up and walks in. It makes a tremendous move, and just like that, the Flin Flon Bombers will take a 1-0 lead as Ringer gets set for the face-off. It's Ringer. They throw Marsberry up there for the face-off. This is kind of interesting. A Piccinino behind him and Yakimchuk on the back end. So my thinking is, do they want Marsden to go to the front of the net here? Is that kind of the thinking?
Yeah, I guess so.
Although he doesn't get it right back to blue line. Interesting setup there. Bombers get it in tight. Piccinino will knock that down back of the net. Piccinino trying to get free along the boards. Battling with Kyle Smith, who is the Kindersley captain. Piccinino worked it free. Back of the goal it goes. Ringer, though, no room, but they'll move to the blue line. Here's Marston. Back to Jakubchuk to Marston. Throws that one in deep. Phillips gets a piece of it, can't knock it down cleanly. So Semp goes in there. He tries to tie it up. Ringer will grab it. Ryder Ringer rolled away from him. Intercepted here by Perlinger. Perlinger's got it, but he can't get the puck out either. Held in here by Piccinino. Great forecheck here by Flin Flon, finally. Clippers still can't clear it out. Chance there for Dustle, but held in by Ringer. Semple on the right side. That hits a stick, goes wide. Picked up by Piccinino. Boy, the Bombers not giving up on any pucks at all so far in this game. Jakubchuk sends it back to Marston. He'll chip it in, takes a bit of a bump there. Puck comes back out front. It'll roll outside the zone. Marston gets it back to Jakubchuk. Kindersley wants some fresh legs out there. Flin Flon offside. Cohen Semp a little extra anxious, but boy, Kindersley pitting their own zone. They got to do a little bit better of getting that puck out.
Yeah, they took the play to the Bombers a bit to start with, but the Bombers have been all over them. I noticed, Rob, only one Perlinger.
They've got some injuries, I believe.
Yeah, he must be hurt. Twin brothers, and boy, they're pesky little guys, but I'd love to have them on my team.
And they play good against Flin Flon.
Yeah, love to have them on our team.
Puck is set down the ice inside the Flin Flon zone. Those guys can be really good for Kindersley in the playoffs. Here's Keith Gruner. Quick pass to Cormier. Cormier across the Clipper line. Dropped it back. Intercepted this time by Buchart. He can't get going with it. Rolled off his stick quickly. Flin Flon the interception, the giveaway to Evans. Evans picks it up. He shoots it. Kicked away that time by keeper. Kindersley holds it in to the blue line. Along the boards to Buchart, but he can't pick up the pass. Grab back of the goal by Anderson. He's dangerous. Like I said, the Kindersley top player this year offensively, and one of the top offensive players in the entire SJHL. Flin Flon does poke it back to center, though. Ryder Muka, already a strong game, will throw it in. Jamin out of the net. Round the boards to Hilbig. Can't pick it up. Grabbed instead by Anderson. He'll flip that one ahead. Here's Christian. Christian picks it up. Back out front. The backdoor pass to Phillips, and he can't pick it up. Flin Flon quickly the other way. Their local product, Muka. Quick chance. Shot and picked up right away. The southpaw. Cody Jamin will reach down and make the save and hang on. 10:02 to go, opening period. Already a 1-0 Flin Flon lead. A nice goal here by Reed Arbery. And how often do we talk about him? He went through all those injuries last year. We said once this guy gets to play, he's going to be a solid SJHLer, and he's been everything but that. Or he's been everything like we said he would be.
He's put some beef on him this year, too. He's a real strong young man, and he's really been plagued by the injury bug. But when he's out there, he's a force to be reckoned with.
Face off once again in the Clippers zone. Demo will grab a hold of that one. Demo plays that one back to Herchuk. Herchuk's pass gets intercepted. This is Lepper. Feeds that one back over to Holmes. Back to Lepper. Lepper will take a look. He's going to skate with it to center. Luke Lepper across the line. Demo, though, played it, waited, got it ahead this time to Tibbles. Tibbles got to come back to Dawson Carroll off the tip of his stick. Flin Flon gets it back. This is Luke Lepper. Lifts this one ahead to Leo Seitz. Seitz to center ice. Dumped it in. Tried to grab his own rebound, but Jamin got in there, poked it to the corner. Tibbles comes back for the Clippers. He'll flip it ahead. Knocked down by Holmes at center. Plays it back in Kindersley territory. Knocked away that time by Herchuk. Christian, who's had some nice moments tonight. They're offside. Tibble's a little bit extra anxious and blown down here. With 9:16 to go, I believe we're going to get to our media timeout. Flin Flon leading this game, like we mentioned, 1-0. An early goal here by Reed Arbery. Let's see what's happening around the SJHL this fantastic frosty Friday. Of course, almost all the games in Manitoba postponed due to that storm. It looks like all the games in Saskatchewan are going. Laurent, a 1-0 lead on Estevan. That's late in the first. Melville leading Weyburn 1-0. That'd be a big 2 points for them. That's also after 1. Yorkton leads Melfort 2-1 tonight, trying to avenge their loss at the Palace on the weekend. And Humboldt Battleford, a big game there tonight. Scoreless with about 14 minutes to play in the first period. The Humboldt Broncos trying to win back-to-back games for the first time since October.
Wow.
With a team that they've got, that's a real surprise.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to see Pierce Jakubchuk back in the lineup, Rob. Really, again, another guy who he really came to the fore in last year's playoffs. Didn't play a lot during the regular season, but great to have him back in the lineup. And he had a shoulder injury, I believe, and it's all healed now.
Yeah, they are lucky. They're very fortunate to have him back. Speaking of Jakubchuk, he's got the puck right now at center. He'll lift that one ahead. Phillips knocked it back, and now it's sent off the boards back inside the Flin Flon zone for an icing call. Marston will touch up. Shots are 7-5 Flin Flon early, 9:03 to go in the opening period. Kindersley, Flin Flon, could it be another potential first-round playoff series? Mike Slip, I think there's the possibility.
Yeah, I do too. It'll be interesting. It's, as I say with these and other teams that have struggled in the past, it's great to see these teams playing well.
Bombers win the face-off. This is Ryder Muke at the blue line. Sends that one over. One-timer that time by Cormier. And Jamin, pretty quick with that mitt, will reach down and grab that one again. Lepper, boy, again, we talk about the guys that are so impressive, and
Luke Lepper.
So smooth on the back end. Nice to see him. 8 Bombers, by the way, going to get a chance to play in that SJHL, MJHL showcase coming up in Winnipeg, January the 28th. Cohen Senth will be the only 18U team member, but they got 7 on the 20U team. Leighton Crothers is also on the squad. Unfortunately, he won't be able to play, but nice to see him recognized for his fine play, and boy, do they miss him. Puck poked out that time by Sotner. Down the ice it goes. Lepper there. Played that one across to Holmes. He kind of got out of position there. Sotner on top of him. Sotner, a feisty little guy. Of course, he's got lots of friends and family here. Dad, Brett, played for the Bombers in half a season in 96, 97. Met his wife here. So it's a
lot of family here.
Brings a lot of good memories back for him, I'm sure. Ryder Muke at center will dump that in. Look up. Did that kind of fool Jamin, or is that just me?
It did. It bounced on him funny.
Here's Cormier trying to get free out front. He's tripped up. Hillbig will pick it up, and he'll bounce that around the boards. Phillips waits for it. He kind of got crossed up, got checked here by Muka. Boy, what a game for Ryder Muka so far. Muka out front, there's a chance. Big save, Jamin on the knuckleball by Cormier. Great setup here by Ryder Muka. Bombers come close again. They continue to hold the puck, and it's bouncing all over. Now it comes out. Grabbed by Tanchuk at center. He'll flip this back to Hunks. Hunks back to Tanchuk. Tanchuk dumps it in. Jamin plays it ahead to Hillbig. Hillbig's been out there a long time. Drops it back to the net. That's scooped up. Clippers again having a hard time clearing. Held in this time by Ewan. Ewan after it, looking for a lane. Shoots it. Jamin the save. And he'll hang on. And Hillbig out there for an eternity there. And I've talked about this so often. You know, lots of times you see some of the Flin Flon guys get caught on the ice too long. Happened in Humboldt on Sunday, the Reed Arbery goal.
Yeah.
Broncos had guys out there way too long. They're absolutely gassed. They couldn't pick him up in front of the net. I'm noticing that a lot this year with all these teams. Some guys staying on the ice for too long.
Hillbig's like Silzer in Laurent.
Never leaves the ice.
Never, ever leaves the ice.
Hunks knocks it down. There's a one-timer by Tanchuk. That goes wide. Hunks will keep it in. Back of the goal, looking for Stitton out of his reach. And the Clippers do move it back to center. Buchart tried to get on top of this. Knocked away from him. Flin Flon offside. Alexander will touch that. And they'll blow it down with 7:19 remaining here in the opening period. Don't forget, right back at it here tomorrow. Also be back on radio, which is good because I always much prefer using my own equipment.
Landon Alexander and Wyatt Stinton, what games they had last time here in the Whitney Forum against the Laurent Ice Wolves.
Brock Evans, he's been with Kindersley for a long time as well, wins that face-off. And he'll throw the puck back inside the Flin Flon zone. Buchart will go after that one. So the big line of Evans, Buchart, and Anderson go to work as they'll get the puck deep inside the Flin Flon zone. Puck picked up in the corner this time by Buchart. Evans is in there as well. Looks like they're going to try and pin it up here for a face-off again. Puck does squirt free. Now it's kicked back in that maze. Now it comes out. Anderson has it. Tried to cut the front of the net, but held up. Nice job that time by Stitton. Here's the stretch pass up the right side for Alexander. Alexander down the wing. Alexander out front. He had an open man there, Ewan, but he couldn't bang that one in. Yakimchuk can't hold the line. He'll dump it in. Demo, he'll pick it up back of the goal. Here comes Demo. Plays that one back to Herchuk. Knocked away from him. Flin Flon on the attack. This is Semp. Inside the Clippers zone. Back to blue line. Lepper, a weak shot. Kicked away, no problem by Jamin. But boy, the Kindersley defense has turned the puck over a bunch in this opening period.
And it's tough against this tenacious Bomber forecheck, but yeah, they sure have.
I guess you got to give Flin Flon some credit with their aggressive forecheck as well. Ringer, Piccinino, and Semp, the forward group for Flin Flon. Lepper. And it looks like Holmes back on the back end as Christian takes the face-off against Ringer. Flin Flon wins the draw. Right back to Lepper. His shot, look out, didn't miss by much. I think Jamin got just enough of it to knock it off target. Semple on the boards. Here's Piccinino. The human spark plug, back of the net, banked it back the boards to Lepper. Rolls off his stick, can't hold it in. Tibbles on top of him. They'll play it back to Semp at center. A backhand pass. Piccinino's got it. Quickly across the Kindersley line, but lost the handle. Tibbles gets the backhand pass. Christian loses an edge. And then the puck comes back across the Flin Flon line. That's Lepper. Back of the goal. They'll move it up the ice. Here comes Holmes. Holmes to center. His backhander finds Piccinino. He'll dump it in. Jamin stopped that. Phillips picked it up. Played that one ahead to Dawson Carroll. Carroll loses the handle. Flin Flon will rip it right back inside the zone. And Flin Flon's done a really good job not allowing Kindersley a lot of offensive zone time so far in this game. They'll try to get something going. Sotner will dump that in. Phillips is drilled behind the play by Gruner. Fans cheer that. Ryder Muka will move it ahead before he got caught by Phillips, who took a good body check in front of the Flin Flon Bomber bench. Here's Hunks. Played that one back to Tanchuk, back to Hunks. Hunks, nice pass up the right side. Gruner can't squeeze it though. Intercepted here by the D-man Dennis. Dennis throws it back across the Bomber line. Perlinger nowhere to roam, nowhere to go. He was covered. But they do a nice job jumping in on Tanchuk, who tries to freeze it up. Some aggressive forechecking here by Dostal. Blue line for Dino, a chance, and that gets kicked out. Lots of traffic in front of that Bomber net. But Flon cleared it back to center ice. Picked up here by Cormier. Cormier across the Clipper line. Cormier hangs on, shoots it. Jamin the save, and he'll hang on. And I think it's safe to say Carter Cormier a little extra gas in the tank today. He looks like a little bit more shake and bake, a little bit more energy from him early in the game.
Well, it does, and I can understand that. But Carter Cormier's had a great season too. He's really a great addition to this Bomber lineup. This line right here is fun to watch. Lee's, Arbery. I think that's Stinton over on the other side.
Alexander back to Marston. His shot goes wide. That's picked off here. But again, Kindersley can't clear the zone. They'll get another opportunity. They'll lift this one down the ice. Dump down that time. But Flin Flon will bring it right back for another face-off inside the Clippers zone. So 4:25 to go. 11-5 the shots. Flin Flon the 1-0 lead again. The early goal here by Reed Arbery. His 5th of the year.
That wasn't wide since it was Leo Seitz. I just saw the S. And
so Wheeler's going to go in to take the face-off against Lees once again to the left of the Clipper netminder. Cody Jamin busy so far in this opening period. Off the draw. Puck will make its way back down in Flin Flon territory. Nice thing waved off. Yakupchuk's got a plate. He gets it up the ice to Lees. Right back to Marsden. Marsden, a quick pass to Arbery, the goal scorer. Made another good move on Hilbig. Arbery around the net. Arbery will hang on. Back out front, nobody there. And the puck gets kicked back to center. Arbery back to get it. Off the boards to Lees. He'll poke it ahead. That's grabbed here by Demo. Get it back to Hilbig. Up the middle it goes. Chipped inside the Flin Flon zone by Evans. There's Tanchuk. Back of the goal. They'll move that one ahead to Stinton. Got his pocket picked that time by Buchart. He'll flip it right back in. Yakupchuk back up the boards to Seitz, who gets it to center before Demo cut that one off. Demo back across the Bomber line. Here's Demo taking a look, sends the pass across, intercepted. Alexander's got a partial break. Alexander cutting in. Alexander, what a save by Cody Jamin. Gets the left pad down. What a tremendous opportunity there for Landon Alexander, who gets the puck back again. Cody Jamin, an unreal save to keep this a 1-0 game. Puck lifted back to center. There's Lepper. Sends it back to Holmes. He'll rip it in. Boy, just pure speed there from Alexander.
Yeah.
Demo around the boards. Picked up by Carroll. His backhander. Set up the right side. He's looking for Christian. Went off his skate. Came back inside the Flin Flon zone. Lepper's got it. Feeds it back to Holmes. Holmes will take a look. Got to poke that one ahead. Intercepted by Carroll. Here's Dawson Carroll. Off a stick. Get out of play. Boy, what a great opportunity for Flin Flon there, but the big save by Cody Jamin.
Huge speed by Alexander. He just flew and walked away from the Kindersley defender.
2:47 to go. First period, Flin Flon in front, 1-0, doubling the shot clock 12-6 as Ringer will take the draw against Will Christian inside the Flin Flon zone, again to the right of Matthew Keeper. Flin Flon wins the face-off, back to Ringer at center. He'll knock that one down. Phillips and he tie up. The puck will go in deep. Christian then goes over and ties up Semp. Puck is loose inside Kindersley territory. They work it back to Hunks. Hunks to blue line. Hunks hangs on. Here's Hunks, a chance. Post and out. Oh, what a shot that was. He made a couple real nifty moves. And he had Jamin beat there, Mike Slip, but he couldn't beat the post.
Yeah, Liam Hunks is looking very good to me so far, Rob, and we knew he would. This is going to be a big pickup for the Bombers. They needed that big defenseman, and
almost 2-0, and of course you got to take that big breakaway save by Jamin as well here on Alexander. Could theoretically be 3-0, but it's not. It's only 1. Bombers dump it back in. There's a chance. Piccinino drop past the ringer. He fanned on it. Picked up here by Semp. Just holds it in. Hunks at the blue line. Beats that back to Tanchuk. Here's Hunks again. Hunks slides the pass. That goes through the legs that time with Semp. Semp in the corner. Tries to get away here. Dostal on top of him. Puck lifted along the boards. Hunks will pitch in. That one gets knocked down by Hilbig. Hilbig will take a look, and now he'll swing it back to center. Nice job by Ringer to knock it down. Ringer can't hang on to it, though. Taken away that time by Perlinger, and he'll send it in. Keeper will make the save back of the net. Here comes Tanchuk. Tanchuk back to center ice. Cormier will redirect that back at Kindersley territory. Picked up here by Herchuk. Herchuk lost a handle to Cormier. Here's Yakubchuk shot. That goes wide. Held in by Marsden. Right back to blue line. Yakubchuk gets a stick on that. Just holds it in. Herchuk, though, gets it back, and he'll flip it ahead. Bombers back attack. Here's a chance for Cormier. Demo fell down. Cormier, left side, made a good move. Gets it out front. The puck is lifted away and sent to the blue line. Yakubchuk holds it in. His chance goes wide. Picked up here by Keith Gruner. Good pressure by Flin Flon here late in the opening period. Gruner pinned up along the boards. Big body check as well on Muka. Gruner gets a free chance in front, but puck is set outside the zone. Great defensive play that time, I believe, by Demo. Flin Flon will hold it back in. Demo wants to get off the ice, but he's forced back in. Demo back of the net. He'll hang on to it. 45 seconds remaining. Sends the pass to Herchuk. His backhander makes its way to center, picked off by Yakubchuk. Try to play that one back to Muka. Intercepted by Demo. He just can't get off the ice. Bombers will keep getting it back down in Kindersley territory too quickly. Klippers do dump it back across the Bomber line. That's picked up here by Lepper. Lifts it ahead to Seitz. Here's Seitz. Back to Lees over top of his stick. Intercepted here by Smith. Loses the handle though. Lees gets it right back. Dawson Carroll back at his own zone. Took a bump. Arbery tried to flip it back out front. Intercepted here by Phillips. Phillips, a nice hard pass for Christian. He'll get it in deep for Carroll. Dawson Carroll back out front. Joey Lee's there to get that. That's going to do it for the opening period, but I thought a pretty good opening period of hockey here tonight.
A very fast period, Rob, but yeah, it was a good period of hockey. I'll tell you, Muka and Reed Arbery had a really nice period. Of course, Anthony Piccinino always does, but and as I say, great to see Liam Hunks. Our friend Matthew Keeper had to make some saves, and
early in the period, yeah.
And Jamin, just some really nice saves. There's a couple of knuckleballs. There's one bad bounce that could have snuck in, but he stuck with it. And as you said, he really had no chance on the goal that was scored.
It'll be interesting that breakaway save he made as this game mounts on. How big of a stop that might be.
Yeah, it was a great play by Alexander, but an even better save by Jamin. So. Yeah, it'll be fun to watch the rest.
We'll see how it unfolds. Just the one goal once again. Picked up by Reed Arbery, his 5th of the year. Joey Lees and Hunks will get the 2 assists on that one. At the 6:32 mark, neither team had a power play, but a pretty clean opening period of hockey here. Shots once again favor the Bombers 12-6. So again, just the one goal. Reed Arbery's 5th of the year, the only goal in this game so far tonight. When the Flin Flon Bombers lead after one period of play this year, been very successful at 15-1. When Kindersley trails after one period of play this year, 2-10-1, but only one goal. And I'm not sure what's going on here at the end of the period. We got one of the Clipper players on the ice, and we got Marsden here. Referees come over. That's number 18 for Kindersley, which is Kobe Perlinger.
We're not having a standoff here to see who's going to go off the ice last, are we, Rob? I think that's exactly what's going on.
Interesting, because yeah, Marsden is.
Yeah, look, they're yakking. They played rock, paper, scissors to see who was going to go off the ice first. That's exactly what it was.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I've seen it in the NHL and in junior hockey where superstition, they want to be the last guy off.
Okay, because I was really confused as to what was happening.
We'll have to watch that at the end of the second period. That was interesting.
It was. So again, the Flin Flon Bombers will take a 1-0 lead to the locker room. Reed Arbery's fifth of the year. We'll take a break and come back with the second period momentarily. Check, check, check. Test. Check, 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 check. Test. Test, 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 test. Test, test, test. welcome back to second period. Here's the Flin Flon Bombers. Of course, they bring a 1-0 lead into the second period. Interesting is during the intermission there, Mike, the Kindersley Klippers has been a long time coming between wins. Well over 5 years since they've won here.
Wow.
The last 5 years, Flin Flon a perfect 6-0. But like you mentioned, a lot of those Kindersley teams were just kind of rebuilding. This is probably one of the deeper teams that they've had. And like I said, kudos to them. 6-3-1 in their last 10. And, Cody Jamin, that's a big, big save. That breakaway on Alexander in the opening period could pay off big time as this game looms on.
Incredible save. And but again, I'm going to give Landon Alexander full marks on that, to the way he pulled away from the Kindersley defense. But Jamin came up huge, just a huge save. We've seen some spectacular, always seem to, Rob, but this year it seems even more so, some spectacular saves for the Bombers and for their opponents. So as you know, Rob, I love goaltending. You questioned my goaltending prowess last week.
Well, I just couldn't believe that you actually played net. I mean, and I'm not the only one that was surprised by that, but carry on. What's your point?
I was also a very good skier, I'll have you know.
But big deal. I won a trophy for mixed darts once. What's your point?
Yeah. Anyways, you and I both, we were kind of goaltenders, and I love watching goaltenders play and play like Jamin did on that save. I said to Matthew Keeper, goaltending to me is the best position in sports. You get to wear
the toughest position.
It's one of them for sure, if not the toughest. And you get to wear the great equipment. It's such a great position to play if you're decent at it, which I wasn't.
But did you have fun?
I did have fun. As I mentioned to you last time, our arena burnt down, so everybody had to quit hockey, which was a shame.
So as you can tell, the Flin Flon Bombers have made their way back on the ice. A 1-0 lead again, the big goal by Reed Arbery. The only offense so far in this game. And Flin Flon had a goal post too, we should mention.
Yeah, that's right.
In that opening period as well.
They had some really good opportunities.
Elsewhere tonight, it's Humboldt Battleford scoreless after one. York did a 3-2 lead on Melfort in the second period. There's some goals coming there tonight. Melville continues to lead Weyburn 1-0 in the second period. And we got LaRange leading Estevan 2-0 late in the second period as well. Wolves might be able to pull off that last playoff spot.
Yeah.
I like their grit a lot. We saw how gritty they were the last time they were here.
Lost a very good player in Buchart, though, but you're right, Rob. They can play.
So we're underway in the second period, a 1-0 Flin Flon lead. Like we mentioned, the puck is set back inside the Flin Flon zone, and we got a penalty right off the hop. We didn't have a single penalty in the first period. We got a penalty to start the second. Cole Tanchuk, the Bomber D-man, is going to go here. Didn't see what happened behind the play, Mike. Did you get a look at it?
I did not, Rob.
Fans apparently don't like it, but they don't like any penalties that are called here. So we're going to get a chance to see maybe the replay here. No, I guess not. Anyway, Kindersley will go to the power play for the first time here in the game. Their power play ranked 5th in the league at 20.4%. The Bomber penalty kill remains strong, a solid second. But Kindersley a chance to tie this game. Evans knocked down in the face-off circle. Yakubchuk will pick it up. I'm not sure why I didn't fire that around the board, so he's going to try and pin it up here instead. Clippers jump on top of him. Evans in there continues to whack away. Evans along the boards. That's Anderson. He can't knock it down. Picked up instead here by Piccinino. Just gets it out. Buchart got a piece of it. Picked up here by Hunks. He'll get the puck back across the Clipper line. Buchart lets Evans take it. He's forced back in his own zone. Gruner on top of him. Gruner, 3 shorthanded goals on the year. Had a big goal against the Broncos in the penalty kill on Sunday afternoon. Does his best to try and keep that puck deep, and the Clippers will bring it ahead. This is Tribbles at center, poked it back across the Bomber line. Hunks waits for it, plays it ahead. Here's Ryder Ringer behind the D. Short-handed in the backhander. Jamin stopped. No, he didn't. He got it in. Love love to see the replay on this, Mike Slip.
Yeah.
I thought that Cody Jamin initially stopped it.
I think it trickled in over him. Here we go.
We'll get a look at it now. Here's a terrific pass from Hunks. And he'll send Ringer in alone. Here's the backhander here. It rolled just underneath his pad.
Yeah, it just trickled in, and what a nice play by Ringer.
That'll come a minute 2 into the second period. Ryder Ringer having just a tremendous season for the Flin Flon Bombers. We mentioned 8th overall in league scoring. He gets Flin Flon on the board here with his second shorthanded goal of the year, and now has 16 on the year, just one behind team leader Kindersley, who's got 17. Kindersley remains on the power play. What a beautiful feed from Hunks. The second big point for him tonight. Here's Johnson. Clippers trying to get something going on the power play. They'll knock it down and hold it in, or no, they won't. The puck will come outside the center. Picked up by Semp. There's Ringer again. Ringer shorthand out front. Cohen Semp a backhander. And Jamin turned him away. Another great chance for Flin Flon here on the penalty kill. Boy, the Flin Flon Bomber penalty kill has been absolutely fantastic this year. We mentioned second overall in the league, and that's now the Bombers' 8th shorthanded goal as a team on the season. Ringer's got 2 and Gruner's got 3, so they've got 5 of the 8 shorthanded goals this season. Boy,
I think
those guys have just been terrific all-around players. What were you going to say?
Sorry, Rob. I think Carter Anderson got quite a few, too. When
Here's Smith's chance. That gets blocked in front.
Sorry, Rob.
Penalty is now over. Lees has got it to center, and Kindersley 0 for 1 and gave up the shorthanded marker. Lees a chance, didn't miss by much. Arbery, Cat knock it down. Clippers back in business as they'll shovel the pass ahead. Back out front to Perlinger. Didn't see it. Intercepted here by Lees. Lees tried to come back to Leo's sights over top of his stick, and the puck will go back inside the Clippers zone. Flin Flon gets a chance out front. Arbery after it again. Can't pull the trigger. Jamin down, open net. Do they get it in? Yes, they do. Stendhal jam it home. And it's 3-0 Flin Flon. Boy, Jamin almost stopped that one too. Great effort back of the net by Arbery, who just missed. He gets it out front, and if they show the replay on this one,
here it is.
Jamin very close to stopping this here. I think it just kind of went underneath him. It was kind of a delayed reaction. There's Arbery there. Look at the pass comes out front here. And Jamin almost stopped that. He just got it underneath him. Kindersley's going to make a goaltending change, or are they just calling a timeout? Just a timeout, I guess.
A timeout, Rob.
The Bombers strike not once but twice quickly here in the second period. A shorthanded goal by Ringer, his 16th, and Stinton has come back. And we keep mentioning, of course, his name, bigger and better every time we see him play. For Stinton, that will be his 4th of the year. Arbery should get an assist on that one, as he was the one that fed it back in the net here. And again, I almost thought that Jamin was going to rob him there. It was close. He almost stopped that puck.
Yeah, he did, and he was left on his own. The Clipper defense really didn't get back to help him out.
So a quick 3-0 lead for Flin Flon here early in the second period. And Wyatt Stinton continues to score goals, his 4th of the year for the 17-year-old, and he'll take the face-off to get things going here against Brock Evans, and they've got that number 1 line out there for Kindersley trying to answer these 3 goals here from Flin Flon. Puck dumped in deep. Phillips back, and that gets bumped that time by Ewan. This is Stinton who has the goal, trying to come back out front. Puck is laid inside the zone. That's played outside, back to center. Picked up by Marston. That one got blocked. Marston tried to grab it back. Flipped it out front. Knocked away by Phillips. There's a chance now for Anderson. Anderson will take the pass. He's across the Bomber line. Anderson bringing it in. Lost it back to the goal, but picked up here by Evans. Blue line. There's a chance fired on target that time by the D-man Herchuk, but Matthew Keeper's going to stop those all day long. No traffic in front of the net, but then again, never a bad play to shoot the puck on net, right?
Never, never. Matt Keeper told me before he came to the Bombers he was almost done with hockey. He was thinking of hanging up the pads and moving on, but he got the call from Riggs, and he's very happy here in Flin Flon and happy he stuck with it.
Christian set to take the face-off against Ringer, who's got the big short-handed goal here in the second period. 3-0 Flin Flon in front, just underway in the second period tonight. Piccinino, back of his own net. Christian knocked it away from him. Piccinino got it back. Around the boards it goes. That's held in that time by Demo. Puck in front of the Bomber net. Grabbed here by Semp. Semp forced back of his own net around the boards. They'll move it ahead to Piccinino. Backhand pass for Semp, but Demo cuts that one off. Back to Dawson Carroll at center, who will flip the puck back inside the Flin Flon zone. There's Township along the board. Semp poked it ahead. Herchuk took it from him. He'll rip it right back in. That's picked up here by Hunks. Hunks has got it. Hunks at his own blue line, made a good move, throws the pass back to Ringer. Ringer inside the Klippers zone. Tried to throw that back out front. Hilbig redirected it, but he couldn't get it out. Held in by Township, a chance in front, and the puck will roll to the Kindersley net, grabbed quickly by Jamin, and he'll hang on with 15:54 to go in the second period. Reed Arbery gets his 5th of the year early in the opening period, and a couple of real quick goals. Ryder Ringer shorthanded on the nice feed from Hunks. A minute 02 in, and then at 2:36, White Stinton taking advantage of a beautiful Reed Arbery pass back of the net. And that's the offense so far in this game. Flin Flon out shooting Kindersley as well. 15-8 here early in the second period. Puck will float back to Lepper. Lepper's got some room. Lepper takes off a shot. Good save. Jamin's got the puck and took a funny hop off his pad and just kind of laid out front, but he's able to grab that. I don't think Jamin can let another goal in here in the second period. No. Kindersley's going to come back.
Here's a replay on that.
Puck just kind of lying there after he stopped it, but he did make a good save.
He thought it might have got behind him, but he did make a
well, the goal that Ringer got, it looked like it kind of like he stopped it. It's kind of trickled underneath the pad.
Yep.
Off the face-off, there's Ryder Muka back of the net. He had a very strong opening period. Gruner will try to poke that to Cormier. He's also had some good chances so far in the game. He dumps it in, but that's swatted away that time by Smith. But Flon keeps the puck in deep. This is Gruner at the blue line. Shot looking for Cormier out front. Pass behind him. Holmes will pinch in. Muka in the corner got tied up. The Bombers dump it back in. Lepper's going to pinch in here. Perlinger gets a couple whacks at it, but again, he can't clear it out. Gruner will hold it in. Kindersley's got to do a lot better job of getting the puck outside their own zone. I'm sure when they watch game film tonight, that's going to be the one thing that the head coach of the Klippers is going to address. We're talking, of course, about Clayton Jardine, who's been an SJHL coach of the year. He's been a runner-up another time. Very, very good young coach, and I'm sure that they'll be getting some guys to watch video, but getting the puck out of your own end. Flin Flon tried to keep it in. Still plenty of game to go tonight, though. 14:48 to go. Lots of time to turn it around. Johnson at center. Knocked away by Muka. Back to Lees. Lees swatted away. Cunningham can't grab it, but Phillips does at center. Phillips is away. He'll flip the puck back in Flin Flon territory. Yakimchuk there to retrieve that puck. Lost the handle. Puck bouncing. Knocked inside the zone that time by Arbery. It comes right back to him. Here's Reed Arbery's backhander off the boards. Demo wasn't sure where it was, but made a good play to knock it down. Throws it back to center. Intercepted by Marsden across the line. Intercepted by Cunningham. Lees will take it off his stick. Good pressure again by Flin Flon. Can't hold the line. It comes back to center ice. Picked up by Arbery. He'll fire this one back in. Grabbed by Demo back of the goal. 14 minutes remaining in the second period. Demo setting up shop behind the Kindersley net. Now he'll work it out. Again, the pass gets intercepted by Arbery. Right on the stick that time of Herchuk, though. Here comes Herchuk. He'll rip that inside the Flin Flon zone. Tanchuk can't get to it. Puck comes to the blue line. Knocked down by Smith. Smith a chance. Fires that towards the front of the net. He hits somebody. Never made it through the keeper. Rebound picked up here by Stinton. He's got the third goal. Stinton to center. Will flip that one inside the Kindersley zone, forcing Evans back. Evans back of his own net to the corner, this time to Hilbig. Around the boards, Anderson. He's got to come back and get it. Flip the pass back to Hilbig. Here's Hilbig. Up the middle. Looking for Buchart. Buchart will get a stick on it. They thought it was a high stick, but it's not. Buchart throws it towards the front of the net. That goes wide. Intercepted this time. Held inside the zone by Christian. I've been impressed with him tonight. Alexander. Can't pick it up. Knocked away. Dennis the blue line on target. Blockered away that time by keeper. Rebound. Picked up by Carroll. Back out front. Backhander by Buchart gets blocked, and I think it went up into Ewan's equipment. The referee lost sight of it. He'll blow it down. 12:52 to go. Second period, 3-0 Flin Flon. A couple of quick bang-bang goals here to put the Bombers out in front.
Yeah, they came out flying. Kindersley on that last shift looked a little better and had some good shots.
Seems like it's taken a while for them to kind of find their footing here.
Right. There was a good wide open lane for the defenseman to shoot. I can't remember who it was, and it just closed right up as he let it go.
Off the face-off, Klippers win the draw. They need something to happen here. Get a goal, get right back in this game. There's Dawson Carroll. You know, he'd love to get a goal in this building here. Puck is knocked away by Semp. Semp will take off to center. Dropped it back to Ringer. Here's Semp. Top of the slot. Shoots it. Oh, that one just went wide. Good setup that time between Ringer and Semp. You never want guys shooting at the top of the slot there, but great opportunity. Holmes can't hold it in. Comes back to Piccinino. He'll get to it. He'll lift it in. Here's Ringer. Ringer shot. Stopped by Jamin. Rebound. Held in. Now it comes out. Here's a chance for Dawson Carroll. There he is. Carroll cutting in. Carroll shoots it over top of the net. Oh, Dawson Carroll, a tremendous burst of speed. We talked earlier about his shot there, Mike Slip. He looks like he's got some wheels, too.
Yeah, he does. I'm wondering if Matt Keeper got a piece of that one. I'm not sure, but, we lost the scoreboard. But Dawson Carroll just walked away. We're going to have to wait here. I think the scoreboard has gone dark.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it looks like they're going to drop the puck and get out of here. No score clock here. We'll see if they get that rectified. Here we go. 12 minutes remaining. Second period. Great chance from Dawson Carroll. Boy, that would have been something to see him put that puck and really give his team a lift here. They'll work it back out front. That's knocked down by Cormier, but Gruner takes it. Gruner will start to skate away at center. Back to Muka down the right side. Muka back out front. Gruner tied up. Good job that time by Phillips. Cormier gets it back. Cormier throws it in back of the goal. Gruner can't get a stick on it. Here comes Marsden racing in. Stood up that time by Perlinger. Puck is along the boards. One bomber is down. Now the puck is picked up by Perlinger, and he'll shovel it out. And Gruner not happy about something. He comes over. He's getting into it here with Dennis. Might get some penalties handed out here, Mike Slip. I guess we'll see. Big pile up, though, down inside the Clippers zone. Shots in the period, by the way, 6-3 Flin Flon.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they've scored 2 goals.
Just watching the replay here.
We still got Gruner and Dennis all tied up here. They finally break those guys apart.
Kind of a shot from behind.
No, there is a penalty being called. He signaled rough here, did he not? Yeah, he did, yeah.
It was a little shot from the back of Perlinger.
So Perlinger's going to take a penalty, and Flin Flon's going to go on the power play here for the first time tonight. The Bomber power play ranked 4th overall at 21.3%. The Kindersley penalty kill ranked 7th at 80%. So Kindersley not only 0 for 1 the power play, but gave up that short-handed goal. So there's a big chance here for Flin Flon with the extra attacker. Ringer, Gruner, Semp, the forward group. You got Lepper and Hunks on the back end. The thing, and I mentioned this in the Humboldt broadcast, I'm going to bring it up again. You and I have talked about this. I'll get to it after there's a break here. Lepper at center will flip this one back to Hunks at his own blue line. Hunks to center. Oh, nifty move there. Here's Liam Hunks. Brings it in a backhander. That's stopped by Jamin. Gruner will cruise in and get the puck to the blue line. Lepper waits for it. Swings the pass to Ringer. Ringer a goal already tonight. Over to Hunks. 2 assists in the contest. Back to Lepper. Won't shoot it. Here's Ringer. Back out front. Redirected by Gruner. Save made. Rebound. He can't tap it home. Puck goes back of the goal. Semp tried to jump on top of that. He does. Ringer will get in tight. Back to the point it goes. Here's Luke Lepper again. Back to Hunks. A chance. A weak shot. That goes wide. Grabbed here by Ringer. Back out front to Gruner. To the blue line to Lepper. Lepper's shot. And Jamin sees it all the way. He reaches down and grabs it. The thing that surprised, and maybe it's because they have so many, an abundance of so many strong players, but Carter Cormier's got 7 power play goals.
Carter Cormier.
You never see him get much power play, and he leads the team in power play goals with 7.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I didn't know that.
I pointed out to you on another broadcast. Oh, you were probably sleeping, but anyway, I pointed out to you again. But doesn't that surprise you?
Yeah.
Like I pointed out, well, you weren't there in Humboldt, but
yeah, no, it does surprise me. Carter Cormier's had a great season. I love the way he plays.
Here's Lepper at his own blue line. There's 57 seconds to go in the Flin Flon power play. They'll get the puck back across the Clipper line. Gruner. Blue line for Lepper. Lepper covered here. Gets rid of it. Ringer right back to Lepper. Lepper's got it. Top of the right circle. There's a chance for Gruner out front. Couldn't shoot it. Puck back of the net. They try to work it back out front. Partially blocked that time by Cunningham. Flin Flon works it back to Hunks to blue line. He's fun to watch. Side of the goal, keep Gruner. Lots of room and a good save by Cody Jamin. And now we got Gruner mixing it up here. with Demo, the other Kindersley defenseman, but what a setup by Hunks. Gruner alone out front, and that's another nice save here by Cody
Beautiful
Jamin.
save. A flash the leather, as they say. Here it is on the replay.
I mean, look at all the room he's got here.
Yeah, that's a great save.
More penalties being handed out here. Demo going to go, and so is Gruner. Roughing both ways. So will this be a 4-on-3, I'm wondering?
That's a little carryover from the last penalty, I think. Gruner mixing
No, stays 5-on-4. Joey Lee set for the face-off against Brock Evans inside the Clippers zone. They left to Cody Jamin. 3-0 Flin Flon leads it out, shooting Kindersley 10-3 here in the second period. Not sure what Evans is doing. He's signaling to something. I'm not sure. They're looking up at the score clock here about something. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, what's that?
They had 2 minutes on the Bomber side. This is an offsetting penalty.
Okay, so that's what Evans was alluding to. Brock Evans wins the face-off, goes back to Smith, and he'll dump it down the ice on target. Keeper will make the save. Tanchuk, look out, he overskates it. Chance for the Clippers on front, and Evans can't pull the trigger. Oh, you turned the puck over in your own zone, and that can happen. Here comes Piccinino back to center. Zigzagging across the Clipper blue line. Evans can't clear. Tanchuk at the line. Penalty is over. We're back to 5 aside. Here's Piccinino. Back out front to Seitz. Back out front. Piccinino leaves a chance, and that's ripped off the shoulder. Puck bouncing. Back of the goal. Picked up here by Hilbig. Big body check there. Perlinger steps into Tanchuk and pancakes him. Puck will roll back in the Flin Flon zone. Nice pass up the middle. Here's Piccinino quickly back across the Clipper line. Back to Lees. Lees dropped it back. Piccinino. Hunks. He's knocked off the plate. 2-on-1 here for Kindersley. Here comes Buchart. Buchart up the right side. Oh, he got the pass nicely over, but over top of the stick that time of Wheeler. You don't want to see Buchart coming down to 2-on-1. Usually it winds up in the back of the net. Buchart's got it again. His shot gets partially blocked. Buchart will pick it up, back of the goal. Wheeler can't grab it. Anderson was in there as well. Flin Flon will get it free. Here's Carter Cormier. Cormier to center. He'll dump it in, and he'll go off for a change. The puck picked up here by Phillips. Dropped it back of the net that time. That's Herchuk. Herchuk played it ahead. Grabbed to the Bomber side of center by Jakubchuk. Here's Ewan to Stitton. He's got a goal tonight. Back to Ewan. Quick chance. Stopped that time by Jamin. Puck picked up in the corner. They'll dish it to the blue line. Intercepted this time. And flip back the Bomber blue line. Jakubchuk there to get it. Here's Jakubchuk inside his own zone. Back to Marsden. Plays that one ahead. Poke back inside the Clipper zone. It'll roll to the side of the Clipper net. Jamin will poke that one over to Phillips. Phillips will get rid of it. Picked up here by Tibbles. He turns it over. Intercepted by Alexander. Alexander, oh, he had a guy open out front, Lees, but that got blocked. Another turnover by the Clippers inside their own zone. Christian. He'll flip the puck inside the Flin Flon zone. Jakubchuk there to get it. Up the boards it goes. Picked up by Alexander. Carroll on top of him. Puck will roll back down in Clipper territory. That's Dennis. Over to Hilbig. Hilbig up the middle on target. Stopped by keeper. Dishes it away here to Lepper. Back of his own net. Holmes. Right back to Lepper. Lead pass to Seitz. He'll dump it in. Jamin took a funny hop on him again back of the net there. There's Arbery on top of it. Back to right point. Tried to come back to Holmes. Intercepted this time by Dawson Carroll. Dawson Carroll will poke it in and try to chase it down inside the Flin Flon zone. Dawson Carroll in there, and so is Dostal. Dostal worked it free. There's a chance. Fired wide that time by Sautner. Sautner to the blue line to Smith. His long shot didn't miss by much. Lees. He's been out there for a while. Nice stretch pass to Holmes. 3 Bombers away. Holmes out front, redirected. Cody Jamin gets the pad down. Puck flipped the line, knocked it down by Tanchuk. He'll hold it in. Back out front, the redirection. They score! Reed Arbery, second of the night. Broken up play, but Mike Slip another turnover in the Clippers zone leads to that goal.
That's absolutely what happened there. You know, we said it a million times. Penalties and turnovers lose you hockey games, and that's what happened there. That was a bad, bad turnover.
They're just not slick on getting the puck out of their own zone.
A nice pass, and Johnny on the spot was Reed Arbery and snuck it in just a small little hole for that 5th Bomber goal.
It's 3 goals now for Reed Arbery in the last 2 games. And they take a 5-0 lead here. Actually, it's only 4-0. They've got an extra goal up there. Well, it's only 4-0, so Bombers getting a little extra insurance here on the scoreboard, but it's just a 4-0 hockey game. We'll see if they rectify that. I was wondering what goal did I miss, but yeah, it's only 4-0. Here's Cohen Semp back to center. Back across the Clipper line, he'll bring it in deep, and doesn't change the fact, though, that was a bad turnover by Kindersley inside their own zone. They really got to straighten that out.
Another one.
You can't turn the puck over against Flin Flon in your own zone like this and expect good results. There's Buchart. Played that one back to Phillips. Center ice for Anderson, chipped it back to Evans. Try to come back to Anderson. He'll knock it down towards the front of the net. Evans is there, knocked away from him. 4 Bombers away. Here's Cohen Semp. Back to Cormier. Cormier back up front. Nice pass. There's Hudson alone, and Jamin turned him away. Boy, Cody Jamin's made some really good saves in this hockey game.
Yeah, he didn't really know where that one was, but he sure made a good save on it.
They're back at it again. Carter Cormier inside the zone. He'll hang on. Fed that back to Ryder Muka. They've switched it. They got it straightened out. It's 4-0 on the board here. Muka back of the net. He's tied up. Clippers move it ahead. Picked up by Wheeler at center. Knocked away at the blue line that time by Marsden. Cunningham will pick it up. He'll throw it back in, and keeper will stop that. And Flin Flon will get the puck out. Kindersley was changing. Here's the pass to Gruner at center. On target. Jamin the save. He'll grab the rebound, and he'll hang on with 4:44 to go here in the second period. But a lot of turnovers by Kindersley in their own zone, and that definitely was the factor for the 4th goal as we get the media timeout.
I was going to say that's the story of this game, are the Clipper turnovers here. This was a beauty goal, though. No, I was wrong on that one. But the Bombers are playing good, solid hockey. The forecheck is tenacious, and it's really affecting the ability of the Kindersley Clippers to get the puck out of their own zone. Matt Keeper, he's only had to make 12 saves, but he's made 12 good saves. And you know what I like about Matt Keeper? One of the things is his communication, and I think Kenny Marquardt's the same with his defense. He's pointing out when there's a player on, and I can hear him tonight yelling, where the players are, and that's so important for a defenseman, knowing who's coming in on him and where to move the puck to. So
that's veteran experience. I mean, he played well over 100 games in the Western League.
He did. He played on a Memorial Cup, not a winner, but a team in Kamloops, and
that'd be a good experience.
Yeah, he didn't get in many games, he said, but it was a good experience.
Lees will take the face-off here against Christian inside the Clipper zone. The left here, Cody Jamin. 4-0 Flin Flon in front, so Kindersley needs to get a goal here and try and get back in this hockey game. Still plenty of time to go. Like we said, 4.5 to go in the second period. Reed Arbery, 2 tonight, will redirect it in. Jamin out of his net. Around the boards to Tribbles, and he'll poke it out the rest of the way. Cut off that time by Arbery. Here's the pass for Lees. He misses the pass, and it'll be an icing call against Flin Flon. 4:23 to go. Let's see what's happening out of town tonight. Our out-of-town scoreboard, we got LaRange ahead of Estevan, 3-1. They're now into the third period. Melville continues to lead Weyburn 1-0 after 2. Melford has jumped back in front of Yorkton 4-3 now. That's going into the third period. And Humboldt Battleford, no score in the second period tonight. So a lot of big games. You know, the funny thing is, we'll talk about this in the break. Here's a chance for Anderson off the face-off. Gets a good opportunity. One of the tougher saves from Matthew Keeper tonight. Puck laying back of the Bomber net. That's picked up here by Seitz. He's along the boards, trying to free it up there. Clippers go to work on him, try to get it free. It does squirt free. Yakimchuk gets it back to Arbery, and he'll lift it out. Trying to do an alley-oop here to Lees. Lees knocked it down. Almost got in free, but Demo reacted at the right time, and they tie up in the corner. Barry will go in there. We got a penalty coming up here. I think Lees is going to get a penalty.
I think that's a bad call.
I think he grabbed a hold of him when he went to the corner, though, and he's going to get the penalty.
He sort of pushed him in the head, which I get. It wasn't a hard. I think they're both going, Rob. Nope.
Just a one penalty being handed out here. The point I was going to make before we got back in the play, Flin Flon unbeaten now in 19 regulation games are still only 3 points up on Weyburn and 4 points up on Yorkton. That's how tough this league is with those top-end teams.
And all the way through, I looked at Kindersley record, and it's really close there, too, for moving up for home ice and things like that.
Big power play here for Kindersley. 3:47 to go. There's Jamin going to really wander out of his own net. Look out, he gives the puck away, and it's a goal. Keith Gruner will get another short-handed goal. Cody Jamin in no man's land here. And you can see right from the time he left the net, he wasn't sure. He kind of hesitated. He goes out there, he gets caught. The puck hits the boards, it comes aside net, and there might not be an easier goal that Keith Gruner's going to score in his career. That's Keith Gruner's third short-handed goal of the year. There it is to tuck it home, but just a bad decision by Cody Jamin.
And we've said it before, goaltenders, if they're going to play that puck, you got to be decisive. You got to go. You go or you don't go. You can't hesitate at all, and that's what happened there. And he also got hung up with the famous Whitney Forum boards, took a hard bounce off the backboard.
So now it's 5-0. That's a second shorthanded goal of the night for Flin Flon. Keith Gruner now has 4 shorthanded goals on the season. And Flin Flon's got 10 shorthanded goals as a team.
That's crazy.
Gruner now has 18 goals on the year. That'll be an unassisted goal, I'm assuming. As the goaltender just fired it off the boards, hit the side net, and he's right there, right on the spot. But I guess you got to be in the right spot, too. I mean, you can talk about the bad decision by the goalie, I get it, but you also got to be down there forcing him to make that decision. So, nice heads-up play by Keith Gruner, who's just been a fantastic penalty killer. Here's a great chance for Kindersley. 3-on-1 pass out front. Oh, good save. Like keeper goes from the pad into the glove. They finally get a good chance in tight. They haven't had many. And Matthew Keeper makes a dynamite save there on Zach Anderson, who, of course, is the top Kindersley point producer this year.
Great save by Matt Keeper. As you say, he kicked it from his pad to his glove. Great hand-eye there.
Still 54 seconds to go in the Kindersley power play. 2:46 remaining in the second period. Flin Flon has struck 4 times. Lead at 5-0 now. 2 shorthanded goals tonight have done a lot of the damage. This is Demo. Top of the left circle here for Anderson. Into the corner, that's picked up out front. They try to go back to Evans, couldn't get a stick on it. Knocked down along the boards here by Anderson, trying to get free. He's got 5 power play goals of the year to lead his team. The puck is shoveled away from him, and Jamin will stop this, and Demo will pick it up back of the goal. 2:20 to go in the period, 28 seconds of the Kindersley power play. They drop it back to the Clipper blue line. That's picked up here and brought across the line by Anderson. He'll get the pass, comes right back out front. Knocking it down is Phillips to the blue line to Demo. Demo gets it back to Buchart. Buchart makes a good move here on Arbery. Buchart hanging onto it, throws it out front. Knocked away by Yakubchuk, and off the glass down the ice. That'll do it for the power play. And Kindersley 0 for 2 in the way that they've given up the short-handed goals tonight. They might try and veto the next power play, say we don't want it.
Yeah, decline.
They're back in their own zone. It's back to 5 aside with 1:45 to play. Puck will redirect inside the Flin Flon zone. Picked up back of the goal here by Cunningham. They come out front, it comes back to blue line. Knocked down by Hilbig. Cunningham has it again back of the goal. Cunningham. He'll hang on to it in the corner, looking for a little bit of room here. Good work by Cunningham. Wraparound attempt. There's a good save by Keeper. And Cunningham back on top, and the puck is loose. And now we got a major confrontation going on as Keith Gruner's back into it.
Keith Gruner's got a burr in his saddle today.
We're going to have a scrap here. Cunningham. He's going to get out of here with Cole Tanchuk, the Bomber captain.
How many fights has Cole Tanchuk had, Rob?
Well, that's the second one this year.
That's 3. Okay.
He's got 4. Apparently there was one that we missed. He got into it with, look out, we're going to have something else happening here at the side of that. Dostal wants a piece of Keith Gruner. They're whacking away at each other. Dostal wants to go. Corbier's come over there. So Cole Tanchuk dropping the mitts here with Cunningham. Their night is done. And you can see Dostal trying to get Gruner to drop the mitts and get at her as well. So getting a little feisty here With 1:21 to go, but again, you're down 5-0. Things aren't going your way offensively, Mike. You got to try something.
Yeah, a spark.
So Gruner's going to take a penalty here. I'm assuming Dostal's going to go off as well. He's doing everything he could to get Gruner to drop the mitts and get at her with him.
Herlinger right in the middle of it.
Yeah, he's always been a feisty player. But a tough period here for Kindersley. They get 4 goals on them, 2 of them shorthanded.
This is that great glove save, pad to glove save by, and this one was close too. The wraparound, good solid save.
Yeah, great opportunity.
Matt Keepers had to make some good saves here in the last few minutes.
So Kindersley getting a few chances in tight.
Going to see how this all shakes out. It's going to be interesting.
So 1:21 remaining in the second period as we get a scrap and a couple other little confrontations around the Bomber net. But a good night for Flin Flon. Firing on all cylinders once again. Solid 5-0 lead here.
Looks like 2 for 2. There'll be 5 minutes and game.
These are the penalties I think they were handing out to Dostal and Gruner after the fact.
Yeah,
The other guys are probably just 5-minute major penalties.
And game misconduct, yep.
Humboldt has scored. They've taken a 1-0 lead on North Battleford here tonight. Jacob Strizzy's got his 21st of the season. So that came in the midway point of the second period. So Humboldt, who needs points, trying to hold off Laurence for that final playoff spot. A 1-0 lead on Battleford now in the second period. Speaking of Laurence, they lead Estevan 3-1 with about 10 minutes remaining in the game. Face off back in the Flin Flon zone. Off the draw. This is Hunks back in his own net. Picked up here by Piccinino. He'll drop that one back to Jakubchuk. Hunks has got it. Hunks a good move. Hunks will send the pass to center. Jakubchuk's got some room. He'll take off across the Clipper line on target. Jamin to save, big rebound. Piccinino in there trying to get a whack at him, but Wheeler comes over and says enough of that. Melfort leads Yorkton 4-3. They're in the third period. So Humboldt ahead of Battleford 1-0 late in the second. Melfort leads Yorkton 4-3 in the third. Melville continues to lead Weyburn 1-0 in the third period. And Laurence a 3-1 lead on Estevan. Again, all those games playoff implications. We talk about the parity of the SJHL. I've never seen anything like the parity that we've had this year. Boy, it's been great for fans in all 12 centers. Ryder Ringer along the boards. He'll knock it down, keep it in. Ringer, nice move to get it out front to Hunks. Can't shoot it. Back to Tanchuk. He lets her rip, or Jakubchuk rather, and the glove save made here once again by Jamin.
Yeah, I was going to say, how did Tanchuk get back on the ice? But that chuck gets me every once in a while too, Rob. Talking to assistant coach for Kindersley, Tyler Trapto, before the game, and he was telling me, he said, boy, that Melfort team is good. And
they are.
We know that.
There's
and
no
he said they're big, they're tough, they skate well. It's
and how about Christian Coombs?
Yeah, and the great goaltending. You're absolutely right.
When James Venn left, everybody kind of thought that maybe the bottom might fall out to him. Christian Coombs, another guy that just needed a chance to play, and look what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Puck lifted back down the ice inside the Flin Flon zone. Leopard there to get it. Had to be careful as Zach Anderson was on top of him. They'll get it back to center. This is Cormier. He'll dump it in off the boards. Evans waits for it. He sends that around the boards. Holmes will cut it off and keep it back inside the zone. In the corner for Sepp. Nice pass out front. Here's Cormier to Holmes. Doesn't shoot it. Drops it back to Cormier. Cormier looking for a lane. Cormier with a dying seconds. Gets it back to Leopard. Leopard's going to run out of time here. He does get the shot away, but the buzzer goes, and now Cormier getting into it here. Kindersley very feisty here in this second period. Could be a very interesting third period tonight.
They're going to be frustrated with a 5-0 lead. Carter Cormier had his first fight this year too, nearly a second one there. So tough one for Cody Jamin there. Always tough for a goalie. You got to make that decision. You got to be. I noticed that Keith Gruner slapped his stick on the ice. I don't know if that fooled Jamin there or not, but those are tough ones, and goalies are embarrassed by those, I know.
The Bombers hold Kindersley to 10 shots in the second period. 16 for them so far in 40 minutes. Bombers wind up with 19, and they got two-period total of 31. So, and it's 4 goals. 2, like we mentioned, on the penalty kill. Boy, the Flin Flon Bomber penalty kill's been fun to watch this year.
Sure has.
Let's run down the goals before we take a break. It was 1-0 Flin Flon after 1. Once again, the big goal by Reed Arbery, his 5th of the year, to open things up at 6:32. But then they got things going. Jumped on the Klippers right off the opening bell in the second period. Ringer shorthanded 16th from Hunks and Semp at 1:02. Ringer 16th of the season, made it 2-0. Stinton comes back. It looked like Jamin was going to make the save. A terrific play by Reed Arbery to get the puck back and threw it out front to him. He bangs her home for his 4th of the year at 7:36. Leo Seitz will get the 2nd assist on that one. Then Arbery's 2nd of the night, his 6th of the year. Cole Tanchuk the assist on that one at 13:32. And another shorthanded goal by Keith Gruner. The miscue by Cody Jamin inside his own zone. Kind of hesitated, went out, played the puck, and it went off the side. That came right back out front. Gruner generally on the spot. Not going to miss from there. His 4th shorthanded goal and his team leading 18th of the season. Shots again, 19-10 Flin Flon. The Bombers a 2-period total of 31. Kindersley a 2-period total here of 16. Both teams have come up empty on the power play. Kindersley 0 for 2, Flin Flon 0 for 1. And again, when the Flin Flon Bombers lead after 40 minutes of play this year, even more destructive than when they lead after 1. A perfect 19-0. And when Kindersley trails after 2 periods of play this year, their record 3-15-1-1. Again, when you go to these back-to-back games, Mike, I think probably not that I'm any expert or anything, but I'm sure that the message from the Clipper coach, Clayton Jardine, is got to win the 3rd period.
Win the period and come back tomorrow. And look, let's remember when Laurent was in town, the Bombers blew them out the first game, and then the next game they won in a shootout. So the Kindersley Klippers are going to be hungry. They're going to be hungry in this 3rd period. They're mad.
Do they look a little tired to you tonight?
Yeah, and Jamin, although made some great saves, seems to be fumbling the puck a bit to me. And maybe it's just me watching, not just this play that we're watching right now, but there was a few others where there was rebounds and laying under him, and he didn't really know where the puck was. And goalies have those nights. He's made some great saves, though. You can't take.
Well, I mean, that breakaway save he made on Alexander, he also made some other pretty good saves. That glove save he made on Keith Gruner in the second period, a couple that come to mind.
Point blank.
Anyway, full marks. Flin Flon looking good. A 5-0 lead after 2 periods of play. We'll take a break, come back with the 3rd on Flow TV momentarily. back to the latter stages of the second intermission. The Big Flow broadcast for the Bombers and Kindersley Klippers tonight. Flin Flon once again leading this game by a score of 5-0, and we're just chatting again. I guess we kind of mentioned throughout the broadcast and kind of talking off the air tonight. Kindersley just not looking sharp, but be interesting to see what they get, what they bring out for the third period here tonight, I think.
Yeah, you're right, Rob. They gotta sharpen up here. And you said it, and you said it a couple times, but you can't give the puck up like they've been giving the puck up in their own zone. They just handing this game to the Flin Flon Bombers, leaving Cody Jamin on his own. I mean, he did make a mistake on the one goal, and he does look a little shaky, but he's made some great saves, like I said, at the end of the period.
Goaltending isn't the issue tonight.
No. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. One thing I noticed, Rob, you see it in the NHL and junior hockey, major junior hockey is using the iPad on the bench, and I've seen Coach Trapto show a few players. They have an iPad on their bench.
Yeah, I see he's on it there now.
So technology is becoming a major part of this game. He's getting it. I guess they have a camera here. I don't know if they use it or if they use our flow coverage, but pretty interesting. I saw him pointing out some points to a couple of the players.
Games around the SKHL tonight. L'Orange looks like they've beaten Estevan 4-1, and they'll be happy with the result in North Battleford tonight because the Stars have come back and taken a 3-1 lead on Humboldt now after 2 periods of play. I mentioned, of course, Humboldt and L'Orange competing for that last playoff spot. L'Orange now tied with Humboldt for 34 points, depending on what happens in that game there tonight. So that's a big, big victory for the Wolves in Estevan. Now, of course, that one still has a third period to go. Humboldt can still come back, but again, they haven't won back-to-back games since October.
Yeah.
Can't figure out what's going on. They just can't get on the right track. Melfort, a 5-3 lead on Yorkton midway through the third period. Melville leads Weyburn 2-1. And, of course, the 5-0 lead here for Flin Flon. Just getting ready for the third period as Ringer will take the face-off here against Christian. And 4-on-4 hockey here for 36 seconds to start the third period. Boy, people sure like Hunks. A lot of comments from him, from the crowd here tonight. There's a bad turnover by the Bombers. Christian will grab it. He's off to the races, but he gets muscled off the play here by Semp. Yakubchuk will pick it up. Back across the Clipper line. A quick shot. Jamin there again. And he'll flash the leather and make the save. But a lot of people raving about Hunks' play. He's been fun to watch here. His Whitney Forum debut here tonight with the Bombers. Anyway, of course, he's been here a few times to Notre Dame Hounds throughout his career.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamin, not a very big goaltender. He's not the stereotypical modern-day goaltender. Actually, both of them are only 5'9", both the Kindersley goaltenders. That's interesting. And old school, quick and small.
Off the face-off, Flin Flon will knock it down. They'll keep it in the zone. Ringer slides the pass to Cohen. Semp back to blue line to Lepper. Swings that over to Holmes. Holmes taken off by Carroll. Puck comes right back to the blue line. Knocked down by Lepper. He'll hold it in. Around the boards, back of the goal. There's Ringer trying to come out front. Intercepted here by Dawson Carroll, but he turns it over as well. Lepper's got it. He'll hold it inside the zone. Dawson Carroll had to shovel it out. Puck hit something and came right back in. Now it's picked up here by Herchuk. Dropped it back to Demo. Demo's pass up the middle. He had Evans open. He didn't pick it up. Now he does. He gets a chance. That goes off the side of the goal. Here's Muka. Nice move. And he'll try to put that ahead to Gruner. Hit his skate and intercepted by Wheeler and fired back inside the Flin Flon zone. Lepper with Anderson on him. A little bit more of an aggressive forecheck here by Kindersley to start the third period. Kind of what we expected we'd see from them from the opening bell tonight. They'll get the puck back in deep. It's back in the Bomber net. Picked up by Evans around the boards, but intercepted, but it rolled off the stick that time. Muka couldn't get out. Here's a chance now. Smith will bring it in. That got blocked. Puck laying at the side of the Bomber net. Kindersley is after it. Picked up here by Muka. Muka will shovel it ahead. Here's Keith Gruner's pass. Knocked down by Hilbig at his blue line. Played it back to Buchart. Buchart knocked it down. He'll flip it right back in. There's keeper out of his own net around the boards. Hunks turned it over. There's a chance. Wrap around attempt there. Good one for Perlinger. And we talked about the Kindersley turnovers earlier. There's a couple turnovers by Flin Flon here early in the third period. That one almost cost them.
The Klippers have come out a little stronger here in this period, forcing the Bombers and giveaway in their zone, and really they nearly beat the Bombers on that back check to get the puck.
Dostal will get set for the face-off. He'll line up against Joey Lees again to the right of the left of Matthew Keeper. Kindersley comes close. A good chance here by Perlinger. Like I said, he's had some good games against the Bombers in the past, and he's hustling in there again. Flin Flon will clear it back to center. Seitz will get a stick on it. He'll poke it back inside the zone. Phillips there to get it. Lost on the side of that. That's picked up that time by Dennis. Dennis looking for Sotner. He'll send that one in deep. It's an icing call. Big hit in behind the play. Fans were reacting to that. After the icing call, the faceoff will come back in Clipper territory. 17:45 to go in the third period. A 5-0 Flin Flon lead. A couple shorthanded goals tonight from Keith Gruner and Ryder Ringer, who I think arguably could be maybe the two best penalty killers in the entire league. Lees will line up for the faceoff. Lining up here against Dostal, who's had some feistiness in this game. There's Seitz with the steal. First time we've seen Seitz in a while. To Lees back of the goal. There's Joey Lees. Seitz, of course, you might remember, got hurt in that game against Larange back just early in the new year, and he's finally back in uniform here tonight. Here's Phillips at center. He'll dump it inside the Flin Flon zone. Keeper stopped that back of the goal. Picked up by Marsden, and like how that was looking, so he'll get it back here to Jakubchuk. It leaves his skate, comes back to Seitz. There's a nice pass, picked up by Arbery. Ripped that over top of that. I don't think Jamin was expecting it. He really reacted late on it anyway. And the puck sent right back down the ice. Icing called again with 17:01 to go. I think that one's in if it hits the net. I don't think Jamin was ready for it.
Yeah, it seems there's something. I don't know. He's made some great saves, but maybe a little trouble tracking the puck a bit. I don't know.
Sometimes the lighting in this building gives goalies trouble.
It's funny. As you said that, I was thinking the same thing, Rob.
Stetton will take the face-off against Wheeler. Back inside Clipper territory. Off the draw. That's Herchka. And they'll move that one ahead. They're looking for Anderson. That hit a stick. Another hit in behind the play. That time Alexander went after somebody. Every time he's on the ice, you know something's going to happen. Clippers get the puck back in deep. Around the boards it goes. Right point. Demo will hold it in. Over top of Wheeler's stick. There's Lepper. Wheeler gets it back. They had a guy open in front. Anderson has it, a chance, and keeper wasn't sure where it was. I don't know if it hit him or hit somebody in front of the net, but a good chance there for Anderson. Clippers come close. A couple good chances for them here early in the third period, trying to get back in this game. If nothing else, win the third period and get ready for tomorrow night. I'm sure if they can win one of the two games in Flin Flon, they'd be very happy with that. Especially since they haven't won here in over 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Demo will hold it in. He'll dump that in. Picked up by Wheeler. Back of the goal it goes. Dawson Carroll buzzing around. Had that breakaway earlier tonight. Missed the target. But boy, he sure had good wheels on that. I was impressed. Kindersley will keep it in. They got some good pressure going now. They'll get the puck in, but Ewan with the steal. Feeds it back to Alexander at center. They'll dump it in. Jamin will stop that. Picked up by Hilbig back of the net. Dropped it back of the goal. Grabbed here by Smith. Puck again flipped back down the ice. And Flin Flon will touch up. They'll get the face-off back inside the Clipper zone. 15:40 to go, third period. Shots are 32-18 Flin Flon. But that big second period tonight, the big difference in this game right now, 4 goals to take a commanding 5-0 lead as we're here in the third period with Ryder Ringer. Lining up for the face-off here against Christian. Off the draw. Christian can't get outside the zone, but it makes its way back to Smith, the captain. He's got it. Played it back inside Flin Flon territory. Racing after it down the wall that time was Dawson Carroll. Carroll, no doubt, motivated for this big weekend, his return to Flin Flon. What a year he's had. 18 goals. 5th amongst all SJHLers this year. Who would have thought that? Christian in the corner falls down. Puck lifted along the boards to Cohen Semp. And the Bombers got something going. They'll get 3 away to center. Semp up the right side. Here's the pass. And we got a fight in behind the play. Dawson, Carroll, and Ringer are going to go after it. And Carroll gets a couple of left hands in here, Mike Slett. Dawson Carroll making his presence felt here tonight. And he and Ringer get into it. I didn't know that Dawson Carroll was a lefty.
I didn't either.
But they swing away, so Dawson Carroll making his presence felt and probably motivate himself for the big rematch here tomorrow. Good scrap between him and Ryder Ringer.
Yeah, it sure was. Before the game, we're talking to a few fans, and we're wanting to take bets on how many goals Dawson Carroll was. I said, the question is how many fights, and there's one.
You had a pretty good feeling he was going to get in a scrap?
I did, but you know what? It wasn't, Ryder Ringer was never his teammate, so he wasn't familiar with him, and I didn't see what happened behind the play. Maybe.
I just think that Carroll came out trying to get some energy going. He probably looking for whoever would be a dance
you know
partner.
What? Dawson Carroll is an energy guy.
Yeah.
And you know, you let the guy on the ice, scores 18 goals. I mean, it's simple.
Well, we've seen a couple fights here tonight. Kindersley trying to show some little bit of fight back here because, like I said, they got that big game back right back here tomorrow night.
They do, and Rob, I think they've so far, well, 3-1 shots only, but the play has been in the Bomber.
Well, they've got a little bit more energy.
Yeah, they sure do. So that's good. There's no give up, and they're getting ready for tomorrow.
Stetton set for the face-off against Dostal outside the Clipper blue line after the Carroll and Ringer scrap. Of course, we saw Tanchuk. He dropped the mitts earlier here tonight. Yakubchuk forced back in his own zone. That's picked up here by Dostal. Dostal back of the net to the blue line. Clippers hold it in. Here's Phillips through traffic. A shot. Didn't miss by much. They're starting to get traffic in front of that net as well. Yakubchuk. That gets blocked. Nice interception here by Phillips. He'll rip that on target. Knocked away with the blocker. Good save by keeper. Comes back out front. Fired wide by Dostal. Dennis races in to keep it in. Flin Flon kind of running around right now in their own zone a little bit. Puck rolls the blue line. Dostal, good shift, will keep it right in and throws it back in deep. And here comes Dostal barreling down here on Hunks. Just gets rid of it. Yakubchuk down the ice. That'll be an icing. No, it won't be icing against Flin Flon. Must have hit somebody. Herchka there. Stetton got a piece of it. Came right back to Herchka. That one hit Big Ewan in the corner. Stetton picks it up, whiffed on that one, got tied up, got the stick up a little bit high here as he caught Brock Evans with the high stick. Referee missed it. Puck will hit a skate. Grabbed here by Demo. He'll flip it off the boards back in the Flin Flon zone. There's Holmes. Back around the boards. Tibble sees that one. He'll get a piece of it. Play knocked down, but picked up here by Johnson. Johnson throws it in, hits the boards, comes right back out front, and keeper's got to jump on that. So it's 13:25 to go. Shots in the period, 4-1 Clippers, and they've had some chances here.
I don't know if you noticed on that last flurry by the Clippers where Kobe Perlinger was. He was in the crease, making it hard on Matthew Keeper, and just being a pest, and that's what he's good at. I was talking to one of the fellows who isn't playing tonight. He said that's their role, and they play it very well, and they do. The other Perlinger apparently a sprained ankle, Rob.
Yeah, I heard it was is he going to play tomorrow?
I don't know.
Face off back inside the Flin Flon zone. I heard he was out with a bit of an injury. They certainly missed not having both of them in there. Like I said, they've had good games against Flin Flon.
They sure have.
In particular in Kindersley, but I'm sure they like playing at the Whitney Forum as well. Hillbig will pick this one up along the boards. That's Anderson. Nice pass. Christian's got it. Across the line, Holmes though lost it, gave it right back. There's a chance, fired into the glove that time by Anderson.
It's the Bombers giving up the puck.
They've given up the puck a lot in this third period. Because, you know why? Because Kindersley's throwing a better forecheck at them.
Yeah, exactly right. They're playing more aggressive.
And that's what they need to do from the opening bell tomorrow.
Kindersley can't blame bus legs. They arrived in town Wednesday. They've been here for a while. They went fishing.
Thursday. They played Melford Wednesday.
They came here right after the game.
Yeah.
They went fishing yesterday out at Beaver Lake and caught a few.
That's the last nice day we're going to have for a while, so it's good timing. That one ripped wide for the blue line that time by Smith. Flin Flon's Joey Lees has had a nice game tonight, but he can't get on track there. The puck will stay inside the Flin Flon zone. Wheeler lost the handle. Lees gets a piece of it, throws it back in the goal. Flin Flon kind of back on their heels here for the third period.
Yeah.
I've noticed, though, the third period has not been the Bombers' best period of late. Here comes Reed Arbery. Down the ice he goes. Got it in deep. Another strong performance here for number 20 as he's got 2 in this game, 3 in his last 2. Got the big goal against Humboldt last Sunday. Throws that out front. That's intercepted here by Sotner. Sotner to center. There's Sotner trying to go up the middle. Dropped it back to Dostal. Dostal in his skates. He's not sure where it is. Gets stood up here by Yakubchuk. Seitz has it. He'll feed it ahead. This is Joey Lees. The backhand pass to Yakubchuk, and he'll tap that one in and try to race after it. Phillips is there and knocked it away from him in the corner. Sotner trying to play it ahead. Hit a stick. Piccinino after it. Puck is bouncing. Save made by Jamin. Puck is loose. And picked up here again by Sotner. Sotner tied up in the corner. Like we mentioned, his dad, Brett, a former Flin Flon Bomber. I know they're excited about him coming to the Whitney Farm for the first. I'm sure he's heard all kinds of stories. Of course, his uncle Blaine, tremendous Flin Flon Bomber, assistant coach. Former head coach of the Battleford Stars. Regina Cougars got a lot of legacy. And both the Sotner brothers met both their wives here in Flin Flon playing hockey. Puck laying on the back of the Bomber net. Kindersley's after it. That's Buchart. To Demo at the blue line. He'll throw that one in tight. Yakubchuk in the corner. He's tied up there trying to make it move. Kindersley pushes the puck free. That's Anderson again. Anderson back of the net. Throws it out front. There's a nice redirection that time by Buchart. And another good save here by Matthew Keeper. Buchart in a picture-perfect spot where I bet you he scores a lot of goals with the nice hands that he has. But a good save there by Matthew Keeper. Kindersley definitely working a lot harder in this third period.
6-2 shots, Rob, and most of the play has been in the Bomber zone, and that's exactly what we said in between periods, that they have to win this third period. So far, they have done exactly that.
Christian will come out for the face-off. He'll line up here against Keith Gruner inside the Flin Flon zone. To the left of the goaltender, Matthew Keeper. 11:08 remaining here in the third period. Held in that time by Herchuk. Puck back of the Bomber net. A couple bodies fall. Johnson tried to work it back out front. He'll keep it in deep. Holmes trying to tie Wheeler up. Wheeler, good work around the boards. Wheeler's got it. He's going to draw a penalty as he goes down. Sorry, that was Johnson that was hauled down, but one thing's for sure, Kindersley going to go back to the power play. This is a big, big power play for them after giving up the 2 short-handed goals tonight.
That Keith Gruner got that goal, and it doesn't happen often, but his feet weren't moving, and he wrestled that Clipper to the ground,
Johnson.
Avery Johnson.
So 10:41 to go third period. Like I said, this is a big, big power play for the Clippers here at this game. After giving up 2 short-handed goals in their first 2 opportunities. And again, the Clipper power play, not bad, ranked 5th overall coming into tonight at 20.4%. The Bomber penalty kill very strong, we know. Ranked 2nd, only the Melfort Mustangs have a better penalty kill so far this year. Always seems like those 2 teams are 1-2 in power play and penalty kill, doesn't it? Puck set to length of the ice. There's Demo, Semp on top of him. Grabbed here by Demo, and he'll take off. He'll drop that one back. It's picked up here by Evans. Evans at center. Across the Bomber line. Here comes the veteran Evans inside the Flin Flon zone. Got the puck in deep. Piccinino got a piece of it. But they'll work it back to blue line. Demo waited for it. Sends it back to Buchart. Buchart back to Demo. Demo across the ice. That's picked up here by Anderson. Evans looking for the pass out front. Knocked away. Good defensive job that time by Piccinino. 1:17 remaining in the Clipper power play. Just under 10 minutes remaining in the game. And that's picked up here by Herchuk, the good-looking young D-man. Dropped it back to center. Here's Sotner. He'll get some power play time. To Christian across the line. Back to Sotner. Just holds it in. Sotner along the boards. Flipped it in deep that time. Big hit on Wheeler. He goes down hard. Another penalty coming up against Flin Flon. Look out! We got a major melee happening. Marsden loses his helmet. Christian comes over, takes a whack at him. And another penalty coming up against Flin Flon. Wheeler goes down. We'll see if he's cut. This might be a 4-minute penalty maybe. But it looks like there might be somebody from Kindersley taking a penalty as well. It's going to be Christian. He went after Marsden and gave him a really good shot. So more penalties being handed out here with 9:36 to go. The original call was going to come on On the Bombers for Wheeler getting up in the corner. Didn't see exactly who it was. But more penalties being handed out here, and looks like coincidentals going both ways, Mike, at least what we see up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely. The retaliation is always going to get one. Just seeing if I can see who.
It is official in Estevan. LaRange has won that game 4-1, so they are now tied with the Humboldt Broncos for the 8th playoff spot with 34 points. The difference being Humboldt does have a game in hand. Melville has beaten Weyburn. Huge victory for the Mills tonight. They beat Weyburn 3-1. Melford has beaten York 6-3. And look out, Humboldt's come back to tie that game with the Battlefords. It's 3-3 now in the third period.
Wow.
Great game there tonight at Access Communications.
Good hockey in the SHL this evening, as there always is.
Boy, Clayton Jardine not happy about something. He's screaming at the referee about something. So the face-off back in the Flin Flon zone. The left of the goaltender. Penalties have been taken off the board here, so just 55 seconds remaining in the Clipper power play. Luke Lepper will get a hold of it, and he'll flip it down the ice. Boy, a big win for Melville tonight, who really struggled to score goals. But we talk about how good Melford's been. Weyburn's a tough knockout punch, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Melville, a big win there. Puck forced back the Bomber blue line. There's Lepper. He has to be careful. Buchard on top of him. He'll dump it back in. Evans will have to go get it. Jamin in there to play it. Dropped it back in the net that time. It's picked up here by Herchuk. Herchuk will leave it there for Anderson. Anderson sends it over to Evans. Back to Tibbles. He turns the puck over, picked up here, and fired down the ice by Lepper. 17 seconds remaining in the Clipper power play. Not been able to really set up here. Stinton out there. He got a goal earlier tonight. Knocked away from him. Here's Buchard.
Reed Arbery with the checking from behind drop.
Feeds it back to Smith. So he's out of the game then. Smith lost the puck back to the net.
2 minutes.
He only got 2. Don't you get kicked out of the game for that? Here's Buchard holding it in to the front of the net. That's swatted away. Penalty is over, so Kindersley is 0 for 3 in the game. Marston tried to get in position. He collides with a couple of Clippers. Perlinger took a run at him.
Love him.
And here's Ewan. Look out. They might get him. Look out. Perlinger wants Marston.
That's not, I don't think that's
Marston
a good idea.
wanted to get him. It looked like Perlinger wanted to take him on. And meanwhile, play continues up the ice here. I thought they're going to drop the mitts there.
Yeah.
I was following that. I thought, oh, this is going to happen. But no, Perlinger makes his way off the ice. And Bombers have the puck inside the Clipper zone. This is Luke Lepper at the blue line. Luke Lepper, his long shot, turned away by Jamin. Puck is loose in front of him. It's underneath him. They'll whack away. And that, no doubt, will get a crowd as well. With 7:58 remaining in the third period.
I know Kobe Perlinger is a tough nut, but I don't know if I'd like to take on Mr. Marston. He is.
Well, you always got the artist surprise on your side.
Yeah.
Perlinger's stick and helmet are still laying down. We got a media timeout finally. So once again, Flin Flon leading at 5-0. You mentioned, of course, all the scores happening out of town. Like I said, Humboldt, maybe they caught wind of that Laurent score, and it's inspired them here in the third period. It was Laurent's led early, 1-0, like we mentioned. Grizzly got his 21st, and the Stars came back with goals by Boughton, Campbell, and Sawyer. Skogstad got a goal, and so did Olsen. So a lot of new names popping up there, but boy, 3-3. Give Humboldt credit. Try to win back-to-back games for the first time since October.
The Flin Flon Bombers missing some players like Carruthers and, of course, Kai Olofsson. But the guys who have stepped into the lineup have done a great job covering for them. And
well, you're not going to win anything if you don't have depth.
Yeah, and you know what the Bombers do? You mentioned they have one person in the top 20. Two.
One in the top 10. That Ringer's 8th, and then Gruner's 17th.
They score a ton of goals, and we've talked about it for years how you need secondary scoring. Bombers have secondary scoring.
Referee over at the bench again, and he and Clayton Jardine continue to have a bit of a tussle going on here. You don't see Jardine get upset very often, but he's not happy with the referee tonight. That I can tell you. Maybe it was that hit from behind, Mike, you're talking about that was missed.
Yeah, they're not happy with this icing either. The trainer for the Kindersley Clippers is...
No, that's the assistant GM.
Oh, is it?
The trainer's the young gal over here on the far right.
He's letting them have it.
I think they're upset. I wouldn't be surprised they're upset about that hit from behind that wasn't called.
Yeah, and then the penalty, the retaliation penalty.
So Lees will take the face-off against Wheeler once again inside the Clipper zone. The left to Cody Jamin. Shots are 34-22 in the game, so Kindersley A little bit better here in the third. Cormier will knock that one down. Up the boards, comes back to blue line. Holmes gets it, a chance. Jamin likes to flash the leather. He'll make yet another glove save, and he'll reach down like a nice nifty shortstop and pick that one right up the ice, and we'll get another face-off back inside the Clippers zone. 7:41 remaining in the third period. Flin Flon trying to keep that unbeaten streak going to 20 games.
I think of those two big saves Jamin made. The one on was Alexander, and then when he flashed the leather there at point blank. Just beautiful saves, fun to watch.
Joey Lee set for the face-off. They're saying the Clipper face-off man. Saying he moved quickly. That was Dostal. So going in to take the draw is Perlinger. Flin Flon gets it off the boards. Here's Cormier. Cormier out front. Oh, he had Muka opening for the shot, but great defensive play that time by Phillips to get it out.
Perlinger out there just...
Jamin going to wander out of the net again. Boy, he loves to wander out of the net and play the puck. And we got a big hit coming up. Look out! We got another scrap happening here. One of the Clippers has come over and jumped a bomber. I'm not sure who it is. The Clipper player is Dennis.
It's Joey Lees.
So there was a hit here. He was going to get a penalty for it. And Dennis didn't like it, and he came flying over there on top of him.
Joey Lees was messing with somebody. Perlinger, he and Perlinger were at each other here.
Well, that was the hit here.
Yeah.
Look out, Lee's not happy. He didn't like the fact that Dennis came over and jumped him.
Cole Tanchuk in his street clothes giving it to...
Feisty game, 7:18 to go. Now, we talk about the lack of success that Kindersley's had this building. Is this one of the more feisty Kindersley teams?
It is, and it's one of the better Kindersley teams, although the score doesn't show it. But yeah, they are a little more feisty.
Boy, Dennis didn't hesitate there at all. He didn't like the hit, and he came over and jumped on Joey Lees right away.
Yeah,
which might negate the power play, actually.
Yeah, it probably will.
There's Dawson Carroll. He's made his way out of the dressing room. He loves coming here to Flin Flon. He's chatting it up with a couple of local security guards.
And press.
Yeah. 7:18 to go in the meeting in the minds for sure. 7:18 to go in the third period. Smith and Gruner getting some instruction downstairs for the official. We'll have a chat with Dawson Carroll, by the way.
Good.
In our second intermission tomorrow. I always enjoy talking to him. And like I said, he's one of those, he's just a real fun guy to be around.
I know he was disappointed with his stay in Flin Flon. He gave it all he had.
Now he got a chance to go to the finals, and I'm sure that's another reason why Kindersley wanted him. Is not just for the energy, but he brings a lot of playoff experience. He's been to the finals twice in his career.
Yeah, absolutely. Just want to say hello to the Piccinino family, who I'm sure is watching in Toronto. Just a great family. Love when they come out. I guess we won't see them after this year, but love it when they came out to family weekend. Anthony's brothers were here this year, and just
they had a good time.
Fun fellows, and
so after all that, we got coincidental minors up on the board. So the penalties being handed out here. Dennis and Lees, I guess. Lees was going to get a penalty for the hit, and Dennis will probably get one for the instigator. So 4-on-4 hockey here.
And the fight,
7:18 remaining. Stitton will take the face-off here against Wheeler. Clippers grab it on their side of center.
They got Marston playing forward here, Rob. Oh, no, they don't. I'm sorry.
Here's Herchuk inside his own zone. He'll carry it. No, he'll drop that one back. Demo has it. Kindersley likes for 4-on-4 hockey. They're kind of a little bit of wheeling here. Wheeler across the line, tried to bring it in. Knocked away by Jakubchuk, tried to come back to Ewan. Demo cut him off. Puck will roll back to Herchuk inside the Clipper blue line. One thing's for sure, I know Kindersley does not want to get scored on here. You can tell the way they're playing defense. They do not want to give up a goal here in this third period. I think the object is to definitely win the third. They've had a nice effort here. Look out, there's a penalty. Marston drilling. And I think that's Will Christian that he just belted from behind.
Yeah, he was in an awkward position.
No question about this one. Marston's night might be over. There's a hit from behind.
Yeah. Danger Rangers play.
It was. Marston's going to be done, I think. He belted him from behind. The nice thing is, the good news is that Christian got right back up.
Yeah, that could have been...
So a penalty coming up against Marston, a hit from behind. And Kindersley going to the power play here for the fourth time. And again, if the object is to win this third period, it's another good opportunity for them.
Yeah, you know, you want to stay disciplined. I know it's getting a little chippy out there.
Look at the look on Mike Reagan's face. He's not happy with that penalty that he took.
No, I agree with you, Rob. I looked at him.
I mean, that is an undisciplined penalty.
It was.
So 6:36 to go. Kindersley right back on the power play for the fourth time. Trying to get something going here. Flin Flon in front 5-0. Being outshot 6-5 in the third. The best period of the night for Kindersley for sure. Something to build off of, like we said, for of course the rematch coming back here tomorrow. Dostal against Gruner. It's back to Herchuk. Blue line, he'll feed it back to Evans. Herchuk has got it again. There's Buchart. He'll take it to the top of the right circle. Buchart doesn't want to shoot it. Back to Herchuk. Here's Buchart. Buchart looking for a lane. Throws it out front. There's a nice opportunity here. They can't knock it in, though. Keeper played that one perfectly on Dostal. He'll make the save. And now Dostal getting into it with Yakimchuk. No question about it. This is the most feisty Kindersley team I've seen in a long while.
Yakimchuk wasn't going to let go of his stick there. And he wasn't happy with that.
So they'll try again. Minute 41 remaining in the power play. Dostal to take the face-off against Keith Gruner. Gruner, another big face-off win, gets that one back to Lepper, and down the ice it goes. Jamin will wait for it. He'll knock it down back of the net, and that's where Evans will take over. Here comes Evans, quickly outside the Klippers zone. He's got it to center. Evans across the bomber line will bring the puck in. There's Evans hanging on, throws it out. Buchart couldn't pick it up cleanly, but gets it back to the blue line. Evans to Herchuk. Herchuk a chance, shoots it good. Stick saved that time by keeper. Buchart's got the rebound quickly. Buchart dropped it back. Here's Herchuk. Another chance. That'll hit Yakimchuk and over the glass and out of play. 1:08 to go in the power play. 5:44 remaining in the third period. Flin Flon, like we said, trying to keep that unbeaten streak going to 20 games, which is really an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah, very, very good.
Evans set for the face-off against Gruner. Once again back inside the Flin Flon zone, the right of Matthew Keeper. Sharp tonight when he's needed to be. The puck will roll right in front, and with it being a penalty kill, he'll jump on that and hang on. And he'll have to drop the puck again. Almost all the games in the SJHL are complete. The only one we're waiting for. Oh, Melford, a 7-3 win on Yorkton tonight.
Wow. In
Yorkton. Humboldt's taking a 4-3 lead here. Back and forth with the Stars with just over 3.5 to go. Gruner with the steal. Already a goal for him shorthanded tonight. He'll dump it in, and Herchuk will go back to retrieve the puck back to the Clipper net with 56 seconds to go in the power play. He'll swing that pass. Buchart got a stick on it. Picked up by Hunks around the boards, and once again rolls inside Clipper territory. Grabbed here by Demo. There's Demo being watched by Piccinino. Look out, he almost turned it over. He does. Piccinino with the steal. Piccinino. Right place, the right time. Oh, he gets knocked down here by Demo. The fans want a penalty. Clippers back to center. Across the bomber line. Johnson overskates it. It comes out. Anderson will pick it up on his side of center. Fed it back to Demo. 22 seconds to go in the power play. Here's the pass to Christian. Christian across the bomber line down the right side. He's got a good chunk of adrenaline going as he tries to get to the front of the net. Puck laying at the back of the goal. Picked up here by Holmes. Lifts it down the ice. Nice play by him, and that'll do it for the Clipper power play. Now 0 for 4 in the game. Back to 5 aside. This is Hilbig. Played that one back to Smith. Smith trying to get away here from Seitz. He'll bring the puck in, sends it in deep that time for Sotner. Erlinger in there as well. Puck rolled out front to the blue line, knocked down by Smith. A chance, that hit a stick. Puck is loose in front of the goaltender, and Flin Flon will flip it out. Hilbig cut that one off at center. Ripped it right back in. 4:08 remaining. Bombers sent it back to center. Phillips knocked that one down, played it back to Hilbig. Hit a skate, came back to Perlinger, and he'll dump it back in the Flin Flon zone. There's Keeper. In the corner here for Lepper. Lepper ends up hitting Cormier with the puck, and it's turned over at the blue line, and Kindersley will hold it in. They try to come right back out front. Seitz can't get a stick on it. Puck back inside the Flin Flon zone. There's Luke Lepper on top of it. Lepper in the corner. Battling here with Perlinger. Perlinger whacking away at him. Boy, he doesn't take any guff from anybody.
No, he's feisty.
He is. He's fun to watch. He's one of those guys you'd love to have on your team, obviously.
Man, he and his brother, wouldn't it be great?
Dostal, he'll bring it free. Dostal after it. Bumped here by Arbery. Down to 3:20 remaining in the third period. Again, the puck back of the Bomber net. Yakubchuk will pick it up. He'll skate with it to center. Johnson tried to hit him. Boy, he got a good whack that time by the D-man Herchuk. Puck will roll back of the Clipper net. Picked up here by Phillips. Phillips has Alexander draped all over him. They'll play it ahead. Johnson chipped it ahead. Here's Dostal across the line. Turns his guy around. Out front, there's a wide open chance. They score. Wheeler is there. And he'll get a goal late, and now we got Smith and Marston into it. Marston, of course, out of the penalty box. That's a big goal for Kindersley here, Mike. With that rematch coming tomorrow, they've really worked hard to win this third period.
And they have, and Matthew Keeper had no chance.
No, Wheeler was alone in front of the net.
Left him alone, and he just rifled one.
So Wheeler will get the Clippers on the board. And for Wheeler, that's his 5th of the year. Well, here's the play right here. As you can see, it's a nice pass out front. He's there alone, and he'll shovel it home. Low glove side.
Both defensemen down behind the line.
Wheeler gets the right spot, and Kindersley's on the board at 5-1. They're probably not going to have enough to come back and win the game tonight, but like I said, I'm expecting a lot different Kindersley team here tomorrow. They're going to have O'Halloran between the pipes.
It's going to be fun.
So Wheeler gets his 5th of the year. Kindersley back on the board at 5-1. We'll see what else they have left here in the tank for the final 2:25 of the game. There's Ewan for Flin Flon. He'll knock it down to the blue line. To Holmes. His long shot goes wide. Flin Flon really has not had any offensive attack at all in this third period, have they?
No.
Smith, a good run there. I'm not sure what bomber he's got pinned up on the board, but he rifled him. That's Stinton. So Kindersley again trying to execute. And you know, this is a big weekend set for a lot of reasons, too. Like we mentioned, this could be a possible playoff preview again.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a lot at stake here, and I think that's the one thing with Kindersley. Why so much? Well, not to say they don't play physical all the time, but I think they want to establish that if they play this team in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. And usually these two teams play early in the year.
Well, here anyway.
Yeah, up here, and they haven't this year, so...
they kind of reversed it this year. They went to Kindersley in November, and it's late for them to be here in the season, like you mentioned. Marston's long shot. Jamin will turn that one away. Perlinger right after Marston again. They're going to get penalties. Look out, Marston and Perlinger really... Look out, Perlinger got a shot in on him. And somebody came in there, and now somebody's going to hold the Marston. Why the Clippers are not done here with the physical play tonight. Marston's got somebody that he better be careful here. You don't want to tussle with a referee or a linesman.
Anthony Piccinino got a hold of Hilbig. There's a size different.
Marston is not happy. He wants Dostal. A couple of guys got on Marston there. He was trying to fight 2 or 3 different guys. Marston, a big boy. I think you could hit him with a 2x4 and you wouldn't knock him down.
No, Perlinger with a kind of a sucker punch there.
But you got to be careful to get wrapped up with the referee too.
Yeah.
Marston, a big boy. Him and Perlinger have had something going here tonight, and they mix it up again. And then also jumping in there was Tibbles. He's the guy that's thrown out of the game. So, wow, is it me, or is this third period taking an eternity to finish?
It is. I was a little worried about my good friend Anthony Piccinino there. He got tied up with Hilbig, and fortunately nothing happened.
1:58 remaining in the third period. Kindersley is on the board. Like we mentioned, Wheeler will get his 5th of the year to get them back in the game, as they try to do everything they can to get established here for the rematch coming up here at the Whitney Forum tomorrow.
Kindersley's got to take this third period and build on it. They've outplayed the Bombers, and the Bombers got to forget this third period, really. I mean, the score is 5-1, but we've said it a few times, the play's been down in the Bombers.
We haven't seen a lot of offensive opportunities for Flin Flon the third here tonight. Dostal, by the way, gets the assist on the Wheeler goal. That comes at the 17-12 mark, and we're getting an explanation downstairs by Gruner. As well as Smith. Of course, Tanchuk, the captain for Flin Flon, he got tossed out with a fight back in the second period. So, and Gruner's trying to describe what kind of happened in that melee pile up right in front of the Kindersley bench.
I see Tanchuk, Ringer, and Joey Lees down there with Kyle Olsen and Carruthers watching.
Wondering if, do we see anything else happen here in the final minute 58 here, Mr. Prediction?
It depends where Mr. Perlinger goes, I think. It looks like he's going to stay on the ice, so I'm going to say yes.
Gruner not liking what he's saying to the referee.
Bombers got an extra penalty, it looks like, Rob.
Yeah, they do, yep. Which would explain, I guess, why he's not happy. Mike Regan not looking like he's having a good time on the bench either. Tell you what, though, it makes things interesting for the rematch here tomorrow.
Yeah, sure does. Looking forward to tomorrow night.
On radio tomorrow, so lots of interviews and lots of fun stuff. We'll have the two coaches before the game. Not sure who we're going to have for a Bomber player profile in the first, but Dawson Carroll will be our guest in the second intermission tomorrow night. That I can tell you.
Mike Reagan not happy at all. He's not happy with the referee.
So Mike Reagan wants an explanation here. You know, if it's me, I just want to get through the last 2 minutes and get off the ice and get ready for tomorrow. Getting an explanation, I guess, it's your job, I guess, to get an explanation of when a call doesn't go your way, I suppose. But I know for me, you get through the last 2 minutes and get ready for tomorrow night.
Yeah, I agree with you. You don't want to get hurt, and you don't want to get suspended.
No.
And,
so Dostal back out there to take the face-off against Gruner. It will be another Clipper power play, their 5th of the night. But again, if you're Kindersley, why not try and get another goal here and make it more interesting,
for sure.
right?
This game isn't over for the Clippers.
Big will get it back out front. There's a chance. Johnson just missing on the one-timer. A nice setup there. That's picked up here by Yakubchuk. Looks like he wants to freeze along the boards, but picked up by Piccinino. He'll get a hold of it, and he'll rip it down the ice. Save made by Jamin. He'll leave it back of the goal. And Smith has got it. Swings it ahead to Johnson. Rolled a little bit away from. Came back to Hillbig at center. Ooh. He dodges a check. Puck brought across the Bomber line. Johnson tried to get it in there. It's knocked away from him. Comes back to center ice. Perlinger will play it back to Smith. Smith throws it back in for Perlinger. That's an icing call. And somebody on the bench yelling at the referee here.
I think it might be behind the bench.
What's that?
I think it might be behind the bench.
Oh, maybe it sounded like it came from one of the players on the ice or the bench. Anyway, 1:11 to go. Semp will take the face-off. The penalty killers are Arbery, Semp, Holmes, and Lepper. Have all had strong games tonight. And Semp will take the face-off here against Dostal. Semp wasn't happy. He wasn't ready to Dostal move too quick. Anyway, here we go. Down to the final minute remaining of the night. Puck picked up here by Wheeler, who's got the Kindersley goal. Semp can't get a stick on it. Now he'll get his opportunity, and he'll shovel it down the ice. Jamin will make the save, and picked up here quickly by Herchuk. Herchuk's got it, almost overskated it. He'll drop it back. Puck is picked up by Wheeler. He'll let Anderson carry it. Anderson across the Bomber line. Anderson freewheeling back to blue line to Herchuk. Herchuk looking for a lane. Dropped it back to Anderson. Here's Herchuk. Thought about shooting it. Now he's got it. Now he lets a rip deflected in front, and keeper's got it. He'll make the save and hang on with 26.8 seconds remaining in the third period.
That keeper is just a calm goalie. Just makes it simple.
Well, the reason why I think that he's so good, I mean, there's probably a number of them, but positioning.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes it simple. He's not roaming around.
And you look at the better goalies in the NHL. I mean, it's all about positioning. I mean, Carey Price made a career of it. Here's a chance. Speaking of positioning, great job there.
Yeah. He's not. He's not flopping around. That's because of what you said. Great positioning, and that's really what goaltending is all about. That's what they teach is positioning.
And again, not a surprise for a guy that's got over 100 games in the Western League.
Yeah,
he wouldn't have played that many if he wasn't good at what he did. Flin Flon wins the faceoff, killed the penalty, so that'll go down the ice, and Herchuk will pick it up. 14 seconds to go, and he'll have to get things going here pretty quick if they're going to get another goal here tonight. He'll drop it back. Anderson throws that across the line to Evans. Evans back out front. He was looking for Buchart a little bit behind him. Herchuk's got it. Throws it out front. Puck picked up by Piccinino. And that's going to go for the third period here tonight. So the Flin Flon Bombers only get 6 shots on goal in the third period, but the damage was done. A very strong second period here tonight. Mike Slip included the 2 shorthanded goals, and they're backbreakers to give up 2 shorthanded goals in one game.
Yeah, absolutely. The Bombers penalty kill is fantastic. It's we talked about it, how many goals they have. You got 2 goalies out there, Kenny Marquardt and it seemed Laser Hume was the same. They're just.
And Reid Arbery will get the luxury of carrying the Moose leg off the ice for his 2-goal performance here tonight. I'll run down the goals. He got 3 stars set to go.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's run down the goals before we do wrap things up on Flow TV here tonight. Another great night for Reid Arbery. He opened up the scoring, his 5th of the year from Lees and Hunks at the 6:32 mark, the only goal in the opening period. Game winner goes to Ryder Ringer, a shorthanded goal, his 16th from Hunks and 7th. 102 early into the second, that's all they need tonight. Or they get a few more from Stinton, his 4th, from Arbery and Sites at 2:36. Arbery's 2nd tonight, 6th of the year from Tanchuk at 13:32. And then Keith Gruner, another shorthanded goal. 4th shorthanded goal for him, team leading 18th of the season unassisted on the bad giveaway by Jamin inside his own zone. That came at the 16:57 mark. That would carry over to late in the third period. Wheeler would get his 5th. A nice setup from Dostal back in the net 17-12 to break the shutout and get Kindersley on the board. But most importantly, Mike Slip, win that third period. They're going to use that as a rallying point for tomorrow night.
Yeah, you and I called it in this just before the third period or at the end of the second that they need to win this game. And look at the shots. They came back with 36 to 26 shots. They were way down, and that seems to have happened quite a bit with the Bombers this season, is that their third period...
Well, I don't know, on the 2 games on the road at Humboldt it does. I mean, they had 2 sensational first and second periods, and then the third period they kind of withered away a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, the big lead here today, I guess they just didn't want to
yeah, absolutely.
force the apple cart, so to speak. They do get outshot in the third, like you mentioned, 10-6. Flin Flon winding up with 36 shots compared to the 26 for the Kindersley Klippers. Big stat for Kindersley, though. Power play did not look good, despite not just the fact they got the 2 short-handed goals, they just didn't move the puck around.
No.
0 for 5 tonight. We'll see if that's better tomorrow. The Bombers just 1 power play opportunity in the entire hockey game.
Yeah, absolutely. And the giveaways killed the Kindersley Klippers
Early in the game, for sure.
Those first 2 periods, and they were able to turn it around in the second, and then the Bombers are giving the puck up a little bit in the third. So it's going to be a fun night tomorrow. It got chippy. There's a few fights, and that's what happens on these back-to-backs. They don't like each other all of a sudden, and Dawson Carroll getting in a scrap with Ringer, and it's going to be an interesting game tomorrow.
Flin Flon, though, unbeaten now in 20 straight regulation games and improved their overall record to 24-9-2-1 and get a favor tonight as well, because like we mentioned, the Melville Millionaires upsetting the Weyburn Red Wings tonight by a score of 3-1. Weyburn was just 3 points behind Flin Flon coming into the game tonight, so they lose in Melville 3-1, so the Bombers now 5 points up on them for second place overall. So they got a bit of a favor tonight from the Melville Millionaires, who beat Weyburn 3-1. Flin Flon now leads. And it looks like Yorkton's lost as well tonight, who of course were 4 points behind Flin Flon coming in tonight. So they gained ground on both the teams that are directly behind them in the standings.
That's it, and it's tough to lose games and from first to eighth because it's so tight, and the Bombers making a little ground, like you say.
Humboldt has won that game as well. They beat Battleford 5-3, so the Stars had to win with LaRange winning tonight, and they remain 2 points up on them now for the 8th and final playoff spot. Quickly, Mike Slip to 3 stars. We're going to wrap things up here on a Friday night here at the Forum.
The 3 stars, quick. I'm going to give the 3rd star to Liam Hunks. 2 assists tonight. Thought he played good. It's a great find for Mike Reagan. Second star, I'm going to go to Joey Lees. He got in a fight. That's not why he's getting the star, but it's good. You mentioned he's been playing great and of late, and he seems to be gaining confidence as the season wears along. And I thought he was out there flying around, mixing it up, and he scored a nice goal, I believe. But anyways, Joey Lees is the second star. And how can I not pick Reed Arbery? 2 goals and an assist. He's really come along. If he can stay healthy, he's going to be a big help to this Flin Flon Bomber team. And Reed Arbery is our first star tonight, Rob.
There you have it, a solid 5-1 victory for the Flin Flon Bombers, who are unbeaten now in 20 straight in regulation. So just the 2 overtime losses. They haven't lost a regulation game since October the 30th in Melfort.
Right.
So see if they can keep it going. Better Kindersley team tomorrow, that I can tell you. O'Halloran will start. .916 save percentage. He'll be tough. And again, I think they could use the third period tonight as a rallying point. I think it's going to be a great rematch tomorrow night, and I think it's going to be a lot tighter than tonight's game. That's my prediction. Bombers and Klippers for the 4th and final time tomorrow. And of course, we'll be back on 102.9 CFE or FlinFlonOnline.com. So again, the final score: Bombers win 5-1. Good night from the Whitney Forum.